Go to TommyJohn.com.
Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Tuesday, May 16th, 2023, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ ORIONNWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got MLB action tonight. We got the Minnesota Twins versus the Los Angeles Dodgers live, play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. So first pitch will be here in about 10 minutes. So I'll go over some of the photos that we have prepped here today. And we'll start off with the visiting Minnesota Twins. Leading off for the Twins, second baseman Donovan Solano. Batting second, shortstop Carlos Correa. Batting third, DH stud Byron Buxton. Batting cleanup and batting fourth, third baseman Kyle Farmer. Batting fifth, first baseman Alex Kirilloff. Batting sixth, catchers Ryan Jeffers. Batting seventh, center fielder Michael Taylor. Batting eighth, right fielder Joey Gallo. And batting ninth, left fielder Willie Castro. And on the mound is Bailey Oba, 2-0 record, 1.85 ERA. It's been pretty damn good. So this is not going to be easy here, no doubt about it. And then let's go into my dad's Los Angeles Dodgers. Sarah in the building, how are you? Let's go. Hey, yeah, that would be great. We'll see what happens tonight. And then let's go over the lineups here. We got leading off for the Dodgers, playing a position normally not something suited for him, but when you have to have a need and you have to throw a guy in there or you want to switch it up, you do what you do. Batting leadoff at second base, Mookie Betts. Let's fucking go. Batting second, first baseman, Hall of Famer Freddie Freeman. Batting third, right fielder Jason Hayward. Batting fourth in cleanup and leading Major League Baseball in dingers, third baseman tonight, Max Muncy. Batting fifth, DHing J.D. Martinez. Batting sixth, center fielder James Outman. Batting seventh, left fielder David Peralta. Batting eighth, shortstop Miguel Rojas. And batting ninth, catcher Austin Barnes. And you know why I'm here today. There's one big reason I'm always going to be here when it's going to be Dodgers. And until he retires, it is the man, Clayton fucking Kershaw. Let's go. And, in the last couple years, he's been banged up. He hasn't been as good as his elite former self. And obviously when you go further in the career, after you get off 10 years, then you go 12 years, 15 years, 16 years. Yeah, you get a little bit older, right? But Kershaw is locked in. He is locked in this year in an unbelievably a 6-2 record, 2.36 ERA. Not bad for being 16th season. WHIP 0.95. He's got 49 innings pitched, only 37 hits, 56 Ks. 10 walks. He's given up 7 homers. You'd like to have that a little bit lower. But for a guy that's at the end of his career where, even the Dodgers don't even maybe see him as a number one. Oh, now, it's like he can be a number one guy if needed, but usually there'll be some other guy and maybe he's second or third or fourth in the rotation when you get a little bit older. So I know it's my dad's favorite player. It's my favorite, Dodger player just because of my dad. So, of course, we're going to be rooting for him tonight, and hopefully they can end up getting the dub. And there he is. We got to put him on the thumb as well. Let's go. And again, I had a choice. We could have done this game tonight, right? Or we could have ended up doing the Nuggets and the Lakers. And I'll watch that on the side here, on the computer. But again, if I have a choice, between, doing NHL, right, or, NBA or MLB or NBA, I'm typically going to be leaning towards the other. But I think tomorrow, if I was going to choose to do more games, I would prefer to do Boston, Miami, because I think it's a little bit more exciting. No disrespect to the Nuggets, but if they're not playing up tempo, right? And you got the Joker, you got Jamal Murray, you got Michael Porter Jr. I get it, right? But when their offense is clicking, but it's like the Spurs, and congratulations, Wembanyama, the Blazers, we were projected for 5th. We got 3rd. We were crossing our fingers Dame would get help and we could get Wemby, and that could make up for Greg Oden. But of course, David Robinson, Tim Duncan, now Wemby. I actually thought Houston was going to get Wemby. I just thought that's, where it was going to go. But Spurs, they are so blessed. The Blazers miss out, but what's new? And I think that, like, the Nuggets are a poor man's Spurs, but I don't think that doesn't mean that the Nuggets can't win, or obviously, beat the Lakers and get there. So we'll see on how it goes. But as you can see in the first half, what do we got? 72-54 Nuggets at home. So when you are a rebounding first, defensive first type of squad, right, that's what happens. And even though the Lakers are great, and we've seen them go a lot further than people thought, 13th seed, and obviously you're in the West Finals now, I don't know. I definitely could think the Lakers have a better chance than the Heat, but both teams, to me, I feel like Boston and the Denver Nuggets are the 2 best. So it's really their series to lose. So it could be possible. They got Aaron Judge here on the screen, and we got the Yankees 6, Blue Jays 3, and then they're going to have the Dodger game pop up here in just a couple minutes. Yeah, I got to see his stat line here real quick. And plus, this game started early. I think this game started at 5:30. And obviously, I like to do kind of the later starts, like 6:37 if possible. So let me look at the box score. But I would assume if you're up by that much, 72, now it's 75-58. What do we got? Anthony Davis has got 18. LeBron only 13. And then they only got 9 from Rui off the bench. And then they have 23 with Jamal Murray, 19 with the Joker, 10 with Michael Porter Jr., and that's their big 3. And then they have Brown with 14 off the bench. So, like I said, I feel like the Lakers definitely have the talent to be able to keep up and win. It'll probably go 6 or 7 in this particular series, and I would assume Boston, it should be 6, but if Miami plays well, that one could go 7 also. So really, if we don't get Boston, Denver, then the 2 best teams, didn't win in their conference, right? So I think the most, least likely matchup would be the Heat and the Lakers. I don't think we're going to get that, right? But I know the NBA wants Lakers Celtics based off Bird Magic and the ratings and what that would do, because you're either rooting for the Celtics or you're rooting against them, or you're rooting for LeBron or you're rooting against the Lakers. So I know the NBA is, I'm not saying they're going to rig it, but if they had their choice, even though they know Denver is more of a championship caliber team, they're not as swaggy. They're not as desirable to watch. And even though the Joker is amazing, it's like Tim Duncan. There's not a lot of people that said, hey, I want to go out of my way and go watch Tim Duncan. Like, you knew he was great. You knew he was a Hall of Famer, but there was just a lot of other guys that were more exciting than Tim Duncan. He was just Mr. Fundamental. And sometimes fundamentals aren't sexy and they don't look good, but they get the job done. But I'm not sure if the Nuggets are good enough to win the championship this year. But I'll tell you what, if they get past the Lakers and they sweep them, or they win in 5, that would definitely probably put Boston on notice, as well as the Heat, because they're thinking that's going to go 6 or 7. So if Denver sweeps or wins in 5, that's an eye-opener. And that'll definitely draw a big concern, because even though Boston would like their chances against either one, Nuggets or Lakers, you never know. This NBA season has been a little crazy. So let's go Dodgers. We're doing it for my dad tonight. So let's get it. Hey, but you guys are turning it around. We lost tonight with the Mariners. We had a little bit of a comeback and whatnot, but, you can't win them all. So thank you so much. There we go. $10 holla. Thank you so much. And like I said, when you have things happen, like, you have bills that are like on auto pay, right? Or, they have it taken out on like 1 to 3 days. And sometimes it's not the day that you think, you're going to have something come out, and, things happen. So appreciate that. We got the dono train started already early. Thank you so much. $10 dono, 90 to go to hit the first goal, and maybe we can get to the second goal today. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang, $10 holla. Electric start. I appreciate you. You got some Cardinal players you want me to throw up for representation? I got you. I can do that, whatever you like. We can keep it baseball themed, and, in this Nuggets Lakers, am I shocked that the Lakers are down 16? Not really. Obviously we know the first game in LA, they're going to probably ball out as well. And it might be a big, big blowout like this. It's just kind of the psychology of it all. But if I'm a Laker fan, I'm a little concerned that you're getting your ass whooped, but you are on the road. So remember that, it goes 2-2-1-1-1, right? So, you're at a disadvantage here. You got the fans of Denver, right? They're at home. It's the first game of the West Finals. The Joker hasn't been there, and we know he's good enough, and honestly, when you've had Giannis and Luka and you've had Embiid and all these guys, competing for the MVP, right? And Joker's won it a couple times, but they haven't won a championship. He feels like, to me, like next man up, like Gunther or Walter, obviously in WWE, he's the IC champ. So if you follow wrestling, he's the next man up besides maybe Seth Rollins, if they end up giving him this new belt, right? Like you can feel it, it. And I know the Joker is going to end up winning a championship. I just don't know if they're going to need more help or not, but we'll find out. $10 holla. We got Kershaw warming up here. Let's go, baby. Let's go. He's pitching like an all-star. He's pitching like a Hall of Famer. And he's pitching like he's trying to win a Cy Young. So, and anytime that he's on, and obviously a lot of times Luis Castillo will be on around the same time, but it was on earlier. And Luis has struggled as our number one. Last 4 or 5 starts, he's played like shit. You got to give credit to the other team, but he hasn't been in the zone. So I was thinking either Mariners or Dodgers today. Mariners started way too early, like at 4:10. So didn't work out, but obviously it's always nice when we can do a stream at 6 to 7 p.m. and we get a really cool event. And I haven't seen the Twins at all this year, so this will give me a good opportunity to kind of feel them out and go from there. So leading off for the Minnesota Twins, second baseman Donovan Solano. Batting second, shortstop Carlos Correa. And batting third, DH stud Byron Buxton. Let's fucking go. Look at that thumb, huh? Let's get it. Right there, first pitch strike. Let's go, baby. My dude. And like I said, in the last few years, it didn't really feel like maybe he was going to get back to pitching elite. Pitches low, 1 ball, 1 strike. But it's just nice to be able to, see someone exceed the expectations. He didn't, he wasn't the leadoff guy opening day, and that's like the first time in his career. But yeah, we get it. The last couple of years, they did it as a courtesy when it could have been someone else. When you've had Walker Buehler healthy, and you had Gonsolin, Anderson, you've had all these Urias. They have so many. Now they have Dustin May, Big Red. So the Dodgers are getting locked and loaded. So as the Braves are struggling, the Dodgers are getting hot. Oh, nice dribbler down third base. Oh, that might be a stand-up double. Damn, already? Come on, Kersh. Nice stand-up double by Donovan Solano. He said he points his shoulder and points up. And then the fans boo. They said, get the fuck out of here with that, Solano. Next up, shortstop Carlos Correa. And that is the real reason they booed, because if you remember, he was on the Houston Astros. And when the Houston Astros are known for cheating, if you leave their team, like George Springer and Carlos Correa, even if you're not maybe the main culprit like an Altuve, that you are still going to get booed forever. And I don't know if these players realize that cheating, it was going to hang with them even when they left Houston. But it shows you when you watch games, depending on what ballpark they go to, there is a little bit of, hey, F you, and listen to the crowd. But obviously this is a Dodger crowd, and Dodgers, Astros, we already know what happened there. It's like that was the Dodgers World Series. But you're also going to get the boos, for Correa, Springer, but no one gets booed harder than Altuve in every building. That's by far the biggest. Pitches inside. Got him. Let's go. Daniel in the building. What to do? Pizzle in the building. Florida Panthers. Gonna beat Carolina. Gonna go to the Stanley Cup Finals. Boston who? Toronto who? Carolina who? I'm rooting for you, man. Kraken is out. Obviously we know that Dallas and Vegas are the best, besides you being the hottest. So if you can just be hot and healthy and you can ride that momentum, you can beat the 2 better teams. You're hot right now. I just hope that it doesn't fizzle out like it did with the Vegas Golden Knights in their inaugural right? And they made it to the Caps, lost in the Stanley. But even if you make it to the Stanley, I mean, you guys weren't even expected to get in, let alone the last team into the playoffs. And then, Boston, see you later, right? Toronto, see you later. And I think Carolina, see you later. I think you're going to beat them down. So good to see you, brother. And Miami Dolphin football, fins up, is going to be very exciting to watch in the next 5 to 10 years. Probably the most hype and excitement, once we figure out Tua or not Tua in the next 5 years. And once we get that guy there, minutes, you got a lot of these teams that are like fringe. They're getting closer to doing something special. It wouldn't shock me if Miami ends up making a playoff run in the next few years. And if they get the right positions correct, got him. Maybe an AFC championship game in the next 5 to 6 years is possible if you can keep building. But again, you got to figure out the QB, keep beefing up that O-line and the defense. But I love the coach, as you know. BSP, baby. All the ESP, baby. It's a busy day at work. Here we are.
Kershaw was perfect through 7 last year. Did it against the Angels as well. 2 months after that, the perfect game into the 8th inning in that case.
Oh, baby, strike 2. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Top of the first, 0-0. Runner at second, 0-2 count, 2 outs. It's my fucking guy, me and my dad, Clayton Kershaw, baby. Let's go. Come on, baby. Pitching like an all-star this year. Damn it. Nice hit. That's going to drive in a run. Fuck. Get him. Get him. Oh, throw was off. 1-0 Twins. Nice job. I see you, Kyle. My goodness. Next up, first baseman, Alex Kirilloff. Come on, baby. Nice first pitch strike. 1-0 Twins. All right, I'll get you some Nolan Gorman. I got you. Hey, what about Nolan Arenado? 5 straight games with homers. I think Griffey is one of the last ones that, that has done a streak like that. And it's like 8 straight games, where you get closer to the record. Top of the first, Twins 1, Dodgers 0. Kershaw on the mound. Throw to second. Safe. Let's go, Kersh. Come on, baby. See if Alex can get another RBI here with 2 outs. Hopefully not. And I've done a few of the Kershaw matchups this year, but usually that's the game I'm really going to be penciling in most of the time, as long as it hits the right window. And it depends if the Dodgers and the Mariners are on the West Coast or if they're on the East Coast. And obviously when they do East Coast matchups, the games usually are too early for me to stream. So pitch is low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Did he go? No, he did not. Yeah, but the Celtics and the Heat, I'll try to do some of those. At some point, I'll end up probably doing at least a Nugget-Laker matchup. Probably a few more of the Celtics and the Heat, depending on what we got. He walked him. Damn it. And then we'll do the NHL playoffs. So once that starts going, I'm going to continue to do NHL. It's just because Kraken got eliminated, I'm going to quit. No, I'm going to keep it moving. So there's going to be certain things that'll be a priority. It's just that, I don't know. I just feel with that Nuggets Lakers, it's just not as entertaining as a series as it could have been. Obviously, Warriors Lakers, if that was the end, that's a little bit more enticing. Or if the Kings would have gotten there, it's just the Nuggets are really, really good, but they're just not really fun to watch. I mean, unless you're a Nugget fan or you love the Joker or you play fantasy, basketball. Joker is a triple threat machine, but they're like watching the Spurs, but even like a worse version of a championship Spurs team. And even a Spurs team was like, it's like, I get it, very fundamental, but it's definitely not like a street ball style. It's like, you could watch Kevin Garnett and have a little street ball, type of style to him, a little flair, or just Tim Duncan where he just does everything great and just, uses the screens, bank shots, not really the sexy stuff, but he definitely padded the stat sheet and is one of the best forwards of all time. Pitch is low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Come on, Kersh. Come on, baby. Do I need to show some love? Here we go. Come on, Kersh. I got photos of you up here. You're only down 1-0. Keep your composure, big dog. My dad's at the house on the recliner, right? With Roxy just chilling, watching. Popped up. There we go, Kershaw. All right, let's go to the bottom of the first inning. We're down 1-0. Leading off for the Dodgers, second baseman Mookie Betts. Batting second, first baseman, Hall of Famer Freddie Freeman. And batting third, right fielder Jason Hayward. It's crazy they have Mookie at second base. But again, sometimes these guys will move around and play different positions here and there. And it's kind of cool to be able to see guys being that versatile. Let's go. And then on the mound for the Twins, because we make sure we show even love. We're not going to be haters. We got Bailey Ober. And he's 2-0. So he's actually a pretty good pitcher, 1.85 ERA. This is not going to be easy. So hopefully we can get the job done. Let's go. Yeah. I mean, everyone's got their reasons on why they like it or why they don't. But I just feel, me, growing up in the 80s and being, watching basketball since, 1985, that the game right now, if I had to compare like what we're getting with baseball, NHL, NFL, college football, even the wrestling scene, with everything, AEW, WWE, I don't know. I just feel like NBA and college basketball is on the back end of all those things. You know what I mean? It's like, it's there with like the XFL and the USFL. Like it's there, you can watch it. And I guess if you're a fan, of the Heat or the Celtics or the Nuggets or Lakers and, or like a Warrior fan, bandwagon or not, then that's different. But I don't know. I just feel like a lot of the fans and a lot of the teams, it's just the product isn't really as good as what it used to be. Not as many superstars, lack of defense, right? Obviously, people resting way too much with load management, centers shooting threes, like the All-Star game is a fucking joke. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, it used to be like, oh, I'm excited for the NBA in the 80s. And then now it's like, what is this product? I mean, you could argue that the NBA is the worst out of the 4 major sports. I mean, I wish that it was a little bit more entertaining, but it's like, I don't think you can watch any college basketball game or any NBA game. Like, let's say it's like the Orlando Magic is on or whoever, and it's like there's a random matchup. I don't know. I don't think a lot of NBA hardcore guys are even excited about like that. They got their teams and their players, but it's not a league like the NFL where we can watch anyone. It could be the Panthers, the Falcons, the Bucks. It doesn't matter. Seahawks, Jets, Lions. People are going to tune in. Oh, Mookie. Back, foul. There's just certain leagues where it's a little bit more watchable across the board. And I feel the NBA has been kind of going and kind of in a negative direction. I hope it gets better, but that's just my personal opinion of it. Pesci's in the building. I believe the Dodgers will win, but it's going to be tough. And Tommy says Lakers getting killed by 30-point blowout. But you know what? When it gets to game 3, now it's 20 points, 101-81. But once it gets to game 3 in LA, don't be surprised if the Lakers do it to Denver and they end up winning by 20 or more. Very, very possible. It's just the even flow of how the playoffs work. And what it means to get that first game at home. Nice! Right down third base. Go, Mookie. Yes, let's go. Stand up double for my boy, Mookie Betts. Let's go. 1-0 Twins, bottom of the first inning. Mookie Betts, Hall of Famer. Let's go. And I love it in LA when they hit a homer. Obviously, in Los Angeles, it goes dark. And they got the music, the lights. It goes completely dark. So it's like, I don't know, kind of like a concert within a baseball game. Very cool. Next up, first baseman, Freddie Freeman. The only thing that I'm concerned about, though, is if they turn the lights off before the fan gets the ball in the outfield for the home run. Like, I don't know if anybody's been hit in the head yet, but it's like as soon as it's in the air, before it even drops, sometimes they turn the lights off and start celebrating. But until someone gets hit in the head, then maybe they'll wait for the lights to turn off and until someone gets the ball, and they can go from there. Freddie Freeman batting .305, 7 dingas. Let's go. Let's go, Freddie. Time to even up this game. Chopper down first, foul, 1 ball and 1 strike. Okay, let me check again. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. It means a lot. Thank you. Appreciate it. And sometimes it ends up being like that, and I just threw me off for a loop. I was like, and things have been better overall as far as like representation. The thumbs have been better. The turnout, the donos have started to pick up and whatnot. So thank you. All right. $15 holla. Let's go. And I will get you some Nolan. Maybe Gorman and Arenado, huh? Thank you so much. Means a lot. $15 dono. Let's go. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. $15 holla. We're at $25.75 to go. Let's fucking go. Twins 1, Dodgers 0, bottom of the first. Freeman in the box, 3-1 count. Popped foul. Count is full. Thank you so much. And like I said, let me know what you want with the photos there. I'll get when we go into the next commercial here, we'll end up starting off with the Nolan Gorman. If you want other players on top of that, obviously I got you. Yeah. And plus, like I said, if the Mariners or Dodgers are on compared to like playoff basketball, I know it's sometimes East-West finals. You just think it would be more entertaining, but I don't know. I've felt this way for the last few years. Popped up. 1 away. Freeman pops up and is out. Mookie back to second base. Next up, right fielder Jason Hayward. But I feel like even before COVID, it didn't excite me like it used to when I was a kid, or even when I was in my teens, or it's like to go through the 80s and then go through Shaq and then Iverson and Kobe, and then it just, I don't know. And then maybe I guess if you want to go LeBron, but I don't know, man. It's just, to me, it's just a different type of game now. 1-0 Twins, bottom of the first. Runner at second, 1 away. Got Hayward in the box. Let's go, Jason. Hopefully we'll get some of the goats to come through. But I think based off the schedule, there's no NHL playoffs until Thursday. So I think tomorrow's stream is going to be the Celtics and the Heat. So, and honestly, I would rather do that because I think Jimmy Buckets is awesome. I like Tatum and Brown a lot. And it's a little bit easier for me to watch because I am a fan of the Joker, but I'm not going to go out of my way to watch him. And I'm not really a big LeBron guy. I respect everything that he's done in his career, him and Anthony Davis. But I'm not really a Laker guy. I like their role players. I think they're doing something amazing. But as a Blazer fan, it's not like I'm going to go out of my way to necessarily watch them. And I'm not that much of a hater where you get these like anti-Cowboy fans that watch Cowboy games just to root for them to lose, just like people do for the Lakers. Like they don't give a shit about them, but they just want to watch to, I guess, let Laker fans know when they lose, and how bad they're losing. So I don't need to be that petty. 2-1 pitch. Pitch is high. 3 balls, 1 strike to Hayward. Let's go, baby. Freddie Freeman, we can do that. Yeah. I still think he's doing fantastic things, but if it was like Warriors, Lakers, Kings, Lakers, just someone that was a little bit more exciting. I read the room really well. I read people well. I read fan bases well. Nobody wanted Denver. They know that they're good, but it's like they need a little bit more splash in their lineup, for people to get excited. It's like, if they ended up having like a Damian Lillard or, a player like that to give them a little bit more flair, then I think Denver would be a little bit more watchable, the fans on the outside looking in, but all right, Max, you're leading MLB in homers, huh? Let's fucking go. 1-0 Twins. Runners at first and second. Mad Max Muncy, 1 away. Let's go. Yeah, but the Celtics and Heat is I mean, both series could go either way, honestly, but it's the better teams are Denver and Boston. It's really their series to lose. If they have an injury, that might be the only reason that those two teams don't win, and having home court advantage. So, and that'll be big. 0-1 pitch, chopper foul, 0-2 count to Mad Max. And Mad Max has been going fucking crazy with home runs. Just like Big Dumper Cal Raleigh had one from right-handed and left-handed. He's the first player since like 1903 or 1906 that has done that. Hitting from both sides, obviously in Fenway. And then Mad Max went off. I believe he had 2 last night. Let's go. 0-2 pitch. Pitch is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think even Denver's vibe when they had Dikembe Mutombo and they were the 8 seed and they beat the Sonics. You remember that? I mean, a lot of us that are a little bit older and OG remember that. That team was kind of exciting. The LaFonso Ellis, Rodney Rogers, Dikembe Mutombo, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, Chris Jackson popped up. Oh, he got it. 2 away. Good catch by the catcher. Damn it. Michael in the building. What'd he do? And Bailey's 2-0, trying to go 3-0. It wouldn't surprise me if the Twins make the playoffs this year. Bottom of the first inning, 1-0 Twins. Runners at first and second, 2 away. Next up, DH J.D. Martinez. Pitches outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Come on, J.D. Let's get a fucking RBI, baby. How you doing, Michael? And another big reason I wanted to do this matchup is I haven't seen the Twins all year. I mean, I do Mariner games and Dodger games on the regular, but we also sprinkle in, NASCAR and NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, wrestling, NFL, college football in that season. But I just hasn't come across. I don't think I've done Mariners, Twins. I don't think we've lined up yet. And I definitely wanted to kind of scout a little bit and see what was going on here. And anytime Kershaw is pitching, I'm going to be watching for my dad. So. I mean, when you have a family member that's been a fan of something since the 50s and we're in fucking 2023, it's like since my dad has been a little boy, grew up in LA, lived in Hawaii, and obviously lives here in Oregon with me now. It's a big connection. 2-1 pitch. Come on, JD. Big swing and a miss. 2-2 count. Come on, JD. Let's go. Don't leave him stranded. You live in California, but you hate the Dodgers. Born in New York, though. How come you're not a Yankee or a Met fan? What is your affiliation with the Twins? Do you have someone in your family? What was the affiliation of the Twins? Are you like old school, like Kirby Puckett, Frank Viola, Gagne? Are you that old school or are you newer school? Back to the wall and caught. Wow. Or are you a little bit more of a recent of the fan within the last like 25 years? I mean, I got Twins, fans that I know from, back in the 70s and 80s, and then some that are a little bit younger. One cool thing on my end with a little connection with the Twins, the AAA baseball team for Oregon was the Portland Beavers. And when I used to go in the 80s and 90s, the affiliate was the Minnesota Twins. And I definitely got some memorabilia in 1992 when I was 10. Got a couple foul balls, got a pair of gloves, when I snuck down to the first row and hollered at the players. And he took them off after hitting a grand slam and threw them up to me. And they've been in a Ziploc bag since 1992, and I still got them. So, definitely not a lot of connections with the Minnesota Twins, but that's one that I have. Oh, you are a Yankee fan. So you're a Yankee fan. You're just anti-Dodgers. You're anti-Dodgers because then it wasn't really you're a Twins fan. You don't give a shit about them. You're just like, well, I want the Dodgers to lose because I'm a Yankee guy. Yeah. I gotcha. Yeah, crazy thing. I ended up going, to a couple Mariner games, and I usually have pretty good luck, when I go to games on getting foul balls. And believe it or not, I went to 3 games last year, right? And I got 2 baseballs, and I got a Julio Rodriguez rookie foul ball, right, when they played the Royals. So we were seeing Bobby Witt Jr. as well. And then, about a month and a half later, 2 months later, the Yankees came to town, and I told people on the channel, I'm going to get an Aaron Judge ball. And I know that sounds fucking crazy and wild. I ended up getting an Aaron Judge ball too. So I ended up getting an Aaron Judge ball based off that 62 home run season, and a Julio ball. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that unless I would have gotten an Ohtani ball also. So yeah, pretty special moment. I'll never forget it for the rest of my life. And I usually have pretty good luck. And I typically go to Yankee games when they play the Mariners, because I got one buddy that's a Giancarlo Stanton fan that's a Marlin fan. So, and obviously anytime you can see Giancarlo Stanton or Aaron Judge or whoever else that they got out there, it's a good draw. Top of the second, 1-0 Twins. Let me update this. Chopper foul. Next up, center fielder Michael Taylor. Try to find a really fire Twins one, but sometimes when you go through many options, you'll have ones that are just not the right size, but they look good, and then you just got to go for the best quality one, even if it's like the prior team. But usually I look very hard, to try to find that one. I'd rather have everything be matching up, but sometimes, the format just doesn't convert. Top of the second, Twins 1, Dodgers 0. 2-2 count, Kershaw. Let's go, baby. Got him. Let's go, baby. Yes, sir. Not all Dodger fans are delusional. I mean, Yankee fans are delusional too. You got to think those are the two of the most hated fan bases in baseball, just because of all the success the Dodgers and Yankees have had in their history, right? So you're going to get real fans, and you're also going to get idiot fans and hardcore fans and bandwagon fans that know nothing about the Dodgers or Yankees besides seeing rappers wear their gear in videos, and they're like, oh, that's the cool team. I'm going to root for them, right? So you're definitely going to get delusional fans on both ends. And Betts and Freeman are not better than Judge. If you're looking at the talent right now, Ohtani and Judge by far are the two best players on the planet. Yeah, and even us Mariner fans, we don't claim A-Rod. That he doesn't exist in our eyes. I mean, everyone exists. Griffey, right? Edgar Martinez, Randy Johnson, Ichiro, now Julio. But, as far as like a good player, we're going to claim him ever, ever, ever. Not happening. 2-2 pitch from Kershaw, popped up and fouled. Next up, right fielder Joey Gallo. Let's go, Kersh. 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Get him. Miguel Rojas, 2 away. Nice job, Miguel. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they'll come through. I mean, like I said, I'm going to be here for a couple hours, so hopefully we'll get some more people to kind of come show up. And, we're doing so many different types of events, but I mean, as most people know, if you're a regular, I mean, we end up talking about a lot of different things besides just the game itself. So you never know. Some people are working. Some people got some things going on mentally, financially, a number of things. So. Next up for the Twins, left fielder Willie Castro with a little dribbler. Damn it! Infield single for Castro. Nice job. Next up, second baseman Donovan Solano, who had a stand-up double in the top of the first. Yeah, I'm watching that also. And no matter, what event I do, I usually watch 2-3 things at once. So there'll be something on the TV that I'm doing the game broadcast, either play-by-play or live reactions in a watch party. And then I'm also watching to see what's going on. But this, I mean, at least the Lakers caught up, right? They were down by 20. Now they're only down by 8. Davis has got 31. LeBron 22. Reeves 15. Hachimura 15. They're not going to be able to afford Reeves after this year. Someone's going to offer him a shitload of money and he'll leave. And then we got 12 from Porter Jr., 31 from the Joker, 25 from Jamal Murray. Caldwell Pope was 16. Brown on the bench was 16. 0-1 pitch. Runner steals. Fuck, man. Come on, Kersh. No problem, man. I'm always grinding. I mean, I feel that we got the versatility here that I can, do anything. But I think I enjoy calling, baseball games and NFL games the most. NFL, college football, obviously baseball games, those are going to be. And that, I mean, NHL is more of like a, watch party because it's not like you're actually doing, play-by-play on the NHL side. Same thing for NASCAR. It's more of just like you're getting together. The same thing also goes for wrestling. I love the wrestling streams. AEW and WWE pay-per-views are always fun to do as a group. But when you're actually grinding it out and actually calling the game, definitely baseball, college football, and NFL are very enjoyable for me. 1-2 pitch. Chop foul. Count stays. 1-2. We got to get Solano out. Not another hit, Donovan. Not today. Megan in the building. How are you? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, whatever is on. I mean, sometimes there'll be like some event that we're doing and they'll have UFC in the background. Damn it! Max! Terrible defense by Muncy. Great little blue pit for the Twins. How you got freaking Donovan 2 for 2 already. Kershaw. Come on. Next up, shortstop Carlos Correa. So now you already know more than likely, they're probably going to get at least another run here. Boo Birds are out. Sorry to hear that. You can come in here and we can always cheer you up, make things a little bit better. But yeah, I do like UFC. I do like boxing, but it's not really as the same as it was in the 80s and 90s for me. And then, I mean, I'm one of the OGs. Like, I got UFC 1 on VHS. I got the Hoist Gracie, the Ken Shamrock. So I've been watching. Now, do I buy every pay-per-view? No. Shit gets expensive, Obviously, we know there's links and, you can go to friends' houses and whatnot. But I try to keep up with the big stuff. When the big boxing matches and the big UFC, I try to pay attention. And then when it's the intermediate ones, like the kind of big ones, I usually watch those. It's just those ones that are kind of filler UFCs where it's not as big of a card, or boxing where it's like it's okay, but it's not like, oh, my God, I got to watch it now. It's not like we got a lot of Floyds out there where it's like you got to watch to see if he's going to win or if someone will actually, beat him. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Correa. Oh, yeah, that's true. A lot of them don't do baseball, and some of them will do NHL and basketball and football. But sometimes it's a 30-second delay, a minute delay. Sometimes it's more, and then even when you watch it live, depending on the provider that you have, like when I'll do these streams, sometimes I'll see the game. I'll look on the ESPN app that I have in front of me for stats and reference, because I got like 8 windows up here when I do the streams, and I'll see the score in the basketball game go up before it actually goes up on my TV live through my cable provider. So, it's wild. I guess it just depends on who you have. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Correa, sit down. Not today. Nice job, Kershaw. Let's go, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Baby. 3 Ks. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Bottom of the 2nd inning. That could have been bad, where we could have been down like 3-0. And with the Dodgers, they're kind of like the Braves or the Yankees and some teams where it's like, there's no give up in the team, that they're going to keep battling it out, all the way to the end. But the Braves, like I said, a little bit of struggles, but I know the Dodgers are starting to get locked and loaded. All right, when we're going to the bottom of the 2nd inning, leading off for the Dodgers in the bottom of the second, center fielder James Outman. Batting second in the order, left fielder David Peralta. And batting third this inning, shortstop Miguel Rojas. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Yeah. Cardinals lost. Oh, let me try to get you some photos. I'm slacking on that. Sorry. Dodgers Cardinals? Oh. Oh, there we go. But I got to hit you with the logo, otherwise it just doesn't look good, right? You got to have the logo in the corner, or it just doesn't look good. It's like our brains are trained to be looking up there in the corner to make sure everything's matching, right? So you got to have it all. Ooh, yeah. Looking good. I'll get you a few more here in just a moment. All right, let's go. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Minnesota. And we just have to find a way to be able to contain Bailey. Oh, man. 2-0 record. Let's go. Come on, Outman. And this is pretty much the Cody Bellinger replacement. And it's worked out pretty good. 265 average, 8 homers, 23 ribbies. He's a quality player. And I'm excited to see what Outman's going to do. 3-0 count. Chopped foul. 3 balls, 1 strike. Well, you know, every Kraken fan, let's be realistic. Nobody's rooting for Dallas. If you're a Kraken fan, you're not rooting for them. You know what I mean? It wouldn't have mattered who we played. If we played them or if we would have played Vegas, whoever beat us, we're not going to root for them to go all the way. It's just, it's not necessarily being petty. It's just the reality. It hurts when you lose. And when that team beats you, well, it's kind of hard to root for them. Even if they were clean and they didn't do anything dirty and they shook hands and they were actually a class act of the league, strikeout from Oba. I see you, but I hear you, man. I hear you. $50 holla. Even feel as low as I am proud of the Baby Blues and the Kraken. Phone has been blowing up all day. There's only 136 days until the preseason and onwards and upwards the cup in 5 years. And heck, we trust forever. Go Hawks. Go Mariners. Go Kraken. $50 holla. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let me know what you want to see. If you want the Baby Blues, I got you. During the commercial break, next up is David Peralta. 1-1 count to Peralta in the bottom of the second. 1 away. Twins up 1-0. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. And like I said, with having you more present, obviously this month, it's helped out a lot. The last, few months have been very, very difficult. We're starting to kind of get into a better, projection with everything. It's still been really rough in 2023. But you are one of the main reasons things are, getting much better for us. So thank you so much for your support. Popped up. 2 away. But obviously when NFL draft time came around and you were busy, Hawks Nest and all those other places, and we missed you for a month. Yeah, it's always good to be able to have the regulars come through and say hi and show love. And then when they can, if they choose to, want to show love with the donation side. And obviously Megan always takes care of business when she can. And it really does mean a lot. I appreciate you very, very much. Some people will never do the things that you've done for me already at this point with the relationship that we have on the channel. So I appreciate you. Sarah and Megan, MVPs tonight. Appreciate you guys. And hopefully we'll get a few more of the mods to kind of show up and show some love. And we'll be able to hang out. Let me know what you want to do there. And I got you. $75. Let's get to a hundo. Big swing and a miss. 1-1 count to Peralta. I'm excited. Yeah, and then obviously when you post the picture, I will post it here on the channel for sure. I know, and it means a lot. And it shows you. It's if you show that proper respect and gratitude, and it's genuine, and you have that good relationship where it's genuine, where you genuinely, want each other to win, and you're trying to take care of each other, like memorabilia wise, and you really do care about the people that are helping you with your dreams and your goals. And it's not like, oh, this is how it's supposed to be. When YouTubers get that way, that's when they get delusional. Yes, they might be big and popular at that point, but if you lose touch on what got you there, that's a scary thing, and I promise, to everyone that will never happen. As big as we get, I'm always going to be, the same person. And speaking of being the same person, sad to hear Pat McAfee sold out to ESPN. So there's not going to be any more, F-bombs popped up for Rojas. End of the second inning, 1-0 Twins. So, he supposedly he'll have creative control, but at some point, if he's not going to be able to wear the tank tops, or after a couple years, they try to change things because that's what they do. So yes, I know they got a shitload of money, but the whole reason that people like the Pat McAfee show is because they swore, they were original, right? They were genuine. It wasn't like corporate America telling them what to say, what to do. And they say everything's going to be the same, but it's not. Because if they can't swear and they can't be the same way as they were, completely, it's not like you can have Pat drop 10 F-bombs on ESPN and they're going to be okay with it. So it's not going to be the same. And that is a big part of the show being authentic, is the swearing and him being comfortable, dressing in tank tops and not being in a suit and just being real and being genuine. And now we lose probably the last show on a podcast that was, one of the best things that we had going. Like, I can't watch Good Morning Football anymore. And now I don't have Pat McAfee show. Now, will I still watch a little? Yeah, but I'm not going to watch it on ESPN. If I can watch it on, YouTube, I'd rather support that way. I don't want to support ESPN because I don't believe in that brand. But, to them, they think that, they're going to have good ratings. And, you might be able to get some people, but all the hardcore, diehard fans that made the Pat McAfee show, and if you subscribe, like me and Sarah and a few others, right? Like, this is going to change. And I get it, because he probably did it for the future of him and the people that he's bringing up to get them a better payday. But if it changes the overall vibe of the show, money isn't everything, but I guess apparently it is. So a little sad about that. I appreciate that. Yeah. And like I said, I feel I am the most, slept on. I feel like, I got the podcast and I got the radio, TV voice. There are definitely people that watch me, like Good Morning Football, Peter Schrager, EA Sports, and Madden. So they'll steal the catchphrases, they'll steal the gimmicks and the things that I come up with. So I know at some point there's going to be a partnership, or I'd rather just be my own boss and build my own brand. But I definitely have something special, and people have been saying that about me my whole life. Ever since I was 15, 16, 17, they're like, it was really before podcasts existed. So they were like, you got the TV voice, you got the radio voice. But obviously TV and radio are one thing, but you just want to be able to have creative control. And ESPN will let Pat have it maybe for a year or two, but you already know eventually it's going to change. And what does that mean for some of his friends that are doing some of the work, right? Do they get replaced? Do they get fired? At some point or another, because they got their own camera guys and they got their own graphic guys. I get it. Money is something, but money isn't everything. That's big facts. And I appreciate that. Appreciate you. And I appreciate you. Absolutely. Top of the third, Twins 1, Dodgers 0. Buxton in the box, DHing tonight. Oh, for 1 with a strikeout in the first inning. Come on, Byron. Show me something. Chopper towards first base. Run. Kershaw. Oh, he's safe. Good effort. Diving to first base. And this game is on MLB Network if you want to tune in together. Yeah, I usually talk to her. I message her. I'll send her little memes and gifs of like cats or hugs and, what I mean, and whatnot. So I've been trying to, touch base, what I mean? Because like I said, it's not just about, the presence of being a person, online, that donates, we're all friends, so you want to make sure people are okay. And sometimes, you have things that you have to get through and whatnot. So yeah, I can't wait for her to start being a regular again, regardless if she can donate or not. Just having her in the room lifts the room, and it's better. And that's for a lot of the mods, having them in here like Shepard or Chief will Chief, like, just being able to get everyone in the building together has been kind of difficult. Everyone's different schedules, but the more of the mods in the building, the better the stream is. That's facts. I mean, regardless on how many people are in the room, we could have 50 people in the room and only a couple mods, or we could have, 25 or 30 in the room and all the mods, and that one will probably be a little bit more popping, with conversation. So come on, Kershaw. Let's go, baby. Top of the third, 1-0 Twins. 2-0 pitch from Kershaw. For a strike, 2-1 count to Farmer. Third baseman Kyle Farmer in the box. Elliot in the building. How are you? What's good, bro? Kershaw's struggling a little bit, but he is kind of back to Cy Young, MVP performance level, based off this season. Last few years, they were almost giving him the nod just because of the name, Clayton Kershaw, kind of like LeBron, where you're giving him the nod because of all the great shit he's done over his career. But if you've watched Kershaw in the last few years, he's been hurt, and he hasn't really been as good as he was when he was elite. Facts, right? But this season, he's money. Yes. Another K. Let's go, Clayton. It's my dad's favorite player, so it's my favorite player on the Dodgers as well because of my dad. Besides, obviously, Sandy Koufax, Don Drysdale. Those are always going to be like my top. But as far as current players, obviously, it's Kershaw. It's the closest thing to Sandy Koufax that Dodger fans have been able to see in the last 50 years. So, yeah, well, you're not going to be able to lure, everyone. Even if someone is a hardcore Seattle fan, they might only like Seahawks. They might not have a connection to the Kraken or the Mariners. Sometimes you have to have that connection. Like if I didn't meet Ken Griffey Jr. and Sandy Koufax when I was 7 and 10 years old, I might not be Northwest Sports Fanatics today. I mean, that was a very crazy defining moment in my life. And, obviously doing the phone sales for like 20 years of my life as well. It taught me all the skills on how to talk, tonality, and everything else in between, and being able to connect with every race of every age of every person, by doing that type of work. So, and some people are just meant for just that one thing, and other times, you'll go to a game and then you'll have a different experience. Like, Elliot, he didn't really like baseball, thought it sucked, didn't have a connection to it. But I went with his friends. I told him it would change his life. It did. Now he's doing like fantasy baseball, which is even more hardcore than fantasy football, And so sometimes you have to have it happen that way. But yeah, not everyone is going to get into the Kraken or the Mariners if they're a Seahawk fan. Some people are fans of everything Seattle. Some, they'll have their favorites. So 5-0 to the Royals. Jesus, come on, baby, get it together. I did see some stat line where you guys sold out. Against the Royals last night. And then they showed that the A's only had 2,000 people. It's just ridiculous, man. They got to move that team. I wish Portland would have got the A's and we were the Portland A's. I would have loved that. That would have been, I still would be a Mariner fan, but going to games would be cool. And then obviously they're going to be going to Vegas and stay, but at least Vegas will get people to show up. Hell, they could find 2,000 drunk people on the strip just to go to the game rather than, just being in Oakland where no one cares. But when the owner doesn't spend any money and, it's kind of tough for that to be able to come through. Oh, thank you. He's an M's and a Hawks fan. Yeah. Like I said, even for me, I had to have something to do that. Nice 2 away. Thank you. Sarah with a $5 for Elliot to pick some pictures. $5 holla. Thank you. And I'll get you some photos, Sarah, as well as Megan, and then we'll get some for Elliot, too. Some Padre guys. Or something else if he wants. $5 holla, baby. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. $5 holla. That's for pictures for you, Elliot. Yeah, I mean, I think like, or maybe it's like once you actually go in person, you know, depending on how hardcore of a fan you are. But like for me, I can watch hockey, you know, on TV, baseball on TV. But of course, anything in person is better than on TV. You know, like football is entertaining, you know, but it's not the same when you're there. You know, it takes something that's awesome on TV, like a 10, and takes it to like an 11 when you're there. And then there's other things like when you're like NASCAR, baseball, hockey, where it might not be for everyone on TV unless you're very hardcore like us here, right? Where you're a fanatic. But when you're there, it's just, it takes it to a whole nother level. So, oh, no worries. But yeah, we appreciate you. And I get it. I get it. Chopper foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the third, Twins 1, Dodgers 0. Runner at third, 2 away. And Elliott needs fantasy points from Kershaw. So that's what we're talking about right here. Let's go. Come on, Clayton. I mean, every time I get Clayton Kershaw, you know, the goal is 8 to 10 Ks. You don't know if you're going to get there, but Kershaw's got a good record this year. I believe, 6-2? So ERA under 3. Got him. Woo! Let's go. My man. Yes, sir. Nice job, Clayton. How many Ks is that? 5, 6? Woo! Let's go. All right, let's go to the bottom of the third inning. All right, so I had a couple Nolan Gormans there for Sarah. I'll hit you with an Arenado here real quick. Then we'll go to Megan, and then we'll hit Elliott with some photos as well. Let's go. Yeah, homered in 5 straight games. Impressive. Let's make it 6. Let's keep it moving, huh? Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. Elliott, you got a quick Padre player that you want me to throw up? And then I can start going into Megan's photos. I believe that I have a feeling what she would probably want, unless she has something new other than the Kraken. Preston in the building. My boy, how are you? You got a minor league team? Nice. I wonder, you live in New York? We have a guy, Odin's son, that lives in New York, and he's got a team that he goes to for minor league. I wonder if you guys live near each other or if you guys actually go to the same team. But he usually will hop in the streams. He's one of my OG mods, chief fan that actually lives in New York. And he's, hardcore, been that way for a long, long time, not a bandwagon fan. He's a Devils fan, a Notre Dame fan, and a Chief from a long time ago, but loves hockey as well. I'm not really connected to it too much, but we do have the Portland Winterhawks and the WHL here, and I'll go once in a while, but I haven't gone in a long time. Preston's in the building doing homework. What to do? Jake Cronenworth. All right. Austin Barnes in the box. Let's get a couple of Jake Cronenworths for Elliott, and then I can focus my attention on Megan and then get back to Sarah and the game. Chopper towards third. Run it out. Damn it. Got him. Barnes are slow as shit. Golly. They say he's not a slow runner and fucking looks slow there. Damn it. It was just a good throw. 1 away. And I'll even hit you with your Padres. I got you, dude. I even got with the SD. Oh, yeah. This one or this one? Your boy, I got you, dude. I got you. All right, get you one more. And then we'll get some photos for Megan and back to Sarah, and then anyone else that donates, and we'll get back to the game. Appreciate you, man. That was a nice gesture for Sarah to do that. Cronenworth, baby. Yeet. There you go. Looks good. Appreciate you. Finley in the building. What to do? What's a sport that I can't watch? I can watch literally everything, and I read everything. I watch film on everything, but I feel the stuff that I don't enjoy as much, to be very honest, is probably the NBA and college hoops, unless it's March Madness. If it's March Madness, I love it. That's the best basketball you're going to get. But I feel there's only like 5 or 6 teams in the NBA, other than your favorite team in your hometown, that are watchable in the league. Like, I can watch all the Blazers games on the TV, and obviously when I go to Moda, right? And then there's like the Warriors and the Celtics. There's certain teams that, are watchable. The Kings were pretty fun this year, but it's like overall, I just don't get a whole lot of enjoyment. I mean, I grew up in the 80s and 90s with Bird, Magic, Jordan. Then I grew up with Shaq and Kobe and Iverson. Kobe, it's not the same league anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel that the lack of superstars, there's so much favoritism, people jumping ship, no loyalty. You got to get a lot of me players like KD and Kyrie, which we didn't have that back in the day. A lot of selfish players that don't play D, players that do load management like Kawhi Leonard. It just, centers shooting threes, nobody playing defense. The NBA All-Star game is a fucking travesty. It's like, I just think the NBA is the shittiest league. I feel that NHL, the MLB, fucking NASCAR, WWE, AEW, NFL, college football, everything is better than the NBA right now, in my opinion. Now, if you're an NBA fan and you're young within the last 25 years, you don't know any better. But if you're a little bit older like me and have been watching for 35 plus years, and you know what good basketball is and what we're seeing now doesn't really reflect that, it's still going to be watchable to a lot of people, the younger generation. But I feel if you're over 30, you probably feel the same way as me, that the NBA is definitely not what it used to be. That's just not me being a hater, but I just feel that, the college basketball and NBA product isn't really that good. Freeman's in the box. Popped up, foul. Bottom of the third inning, Twins 1, Dodgers 0, 2 away. First baseman Freddie Freeman in the box. Yes, I got you. Chopper right up the middle. Nice. Nice job, Freddie. Golf and tennis. Yeah, I mean, obviously, even in the 80s and 90s with Andre Agassi and Pete Sampras, Tiger Woods in his prime, even those sports, were more watchable. And I know you got Spieth, and you got, some of these other guys, Jordan, and you got some of these top dogs, in golf and obviously in tennis. But I don't know. Certain things are just not for me. Now if there's like the Masters and there's certain, green jacket ceremonies and something big is about to happen, will I tune in and maybe watch a couple minutes? Yeah, maybe. But you ain't going to have me sit here and watch golf for 4 hours straight. Now, if we got to a point where we had all these people donating and we had a shitload of golf people and they were like, do this particular event, and, I guess I would, if we had enough people to make it worthwhile. But end of the third inning, 1-0 Twins. But yeah, golf, tennis, not as much. So Preston's like, the Rangers won. Yeah. I mean, golf isn't really one of the 4 major sports. I mean, that's after, but. What do you got? You got Tatis, Judge, Mookie, and Trout. Yeah, sometimes you can have like those top tier guys, but they just struggle. All right, baby blues. I got you. Coachella Valley Firebirds, I assume, right? AHL. Oh yeah. It's cool to be able to watch the old school stuff. They had that, and they had Melrose Place. I'm an OG, so I know all that. I'm a pop culture guru. People say that it's Kyle Brandt, but I got the pop culture unlocked too. Candace in the building. How are you? $80 in donos. Let's get to a hundo. Megan's like, let's get to the hundo. $20 holla. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you so much. Bang, bang. Thank you. Appreciate you. Let's get some photos up here for Megan. And a bang. And then a thank you, Megan. And we appreciate you. Thank you. Elliot's like, let's get to 2 million in donos. Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah. I mean, like I said, this is the dream. I'm never going to quit. I'm going to grind it out. I'll tell you, mental health problems sometimes are really deep for me, but you guys help me pull through. Paisley helps me pull through. And like I said, as long as I'm walking and getting outside and getting my music, I think that's really the main key. So, yeah. Or if you get something crazy like Mr. Beast or someone on his team just like is watching, and then all of a sudden you just get some random like $10,000 dono, which is like pocket change to them. That would be that could be life-changing for me, to be able to have my rent paid for many, many months and to get caught up on other things, that I owe and whatnot, get a credit card paid off, get shit paid off and taken care of would be a dream come true, Top of the fourth inning. 1-0 Twins. Come on, baby. Let's get some photos up here. Appreciate you, Megan, very much. Inside for a strike, 2-2 count. Top of the fourth, Twins 1, Dodgers 0. Taylor in the box. I see you, Michael. Love me some Hack. A very similar, similar but different to Pete Carroll, but it just seems like it's the right piece. Like he's going to be the guy. He's going to be the guy that gets us to the promised land. Even if it takes a while. I mean, it's just going to be up and up and up for the Mariners and the Kraken. It's, just those two teams alone. And then you got what the Seahawks are doing. You got 3 teams right there. Everything is looking up. There's a lot of optimism, you know what I mean? But there is a chance the Mariners, could make, an American League, deep run. The Kraken could get to the Stanley Cup. Maybe the Mariners can get to a World Series one day in the next 10 or 12 years, right? And maybe the Seahawks can get to an NFC championship game in the next 5 years, Exciting time right now in the Pacific Northwest. I would like to say if we would have got the first pick in the draft and got Wemby, then I would have been like, yeah, Dame and Wemby. Maybe the Blazers can do something, but the Spurs got him, so, it is what it is. Sad. I was really hoping that we were going to be able to possibly get him, but
by the way, that walk right there, the first walk that Clayton Kershaw initiated for that's
one more, and then we'll wait, call the game for a little bit, and I'll get you a few more. Appreciate you very much. Handsome fella. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Hack, baby. Kraken, baby. Let's go. Fantastic season. Wow, think about that. 124, 121, and how close it was prior to that, right? There was a 20-point lead. Now it's 127, 121, 125, 121. Now 127, 121. So they're in it. Oh, my God, bro. I mean, you know how they do like reaction videos? Like I'll have to start doing them for like the Burger King thing. There's a brand new one where they have like 8 different people singing. And then they have like the brother at the very end that does the you rule, right? But then before that, they got like one guy singing, then another girl singing like in a bedroom. Then they got another guy walking, an Asian guy, and he's talking. I'm like, no, you got to be shitting me. Like it's evolving. It's like with COVID and like the different variations, it's like a virus. It's just growing. It's like it went from one Burger King commercial that was kind of catchy, and then it went to 2 different ones and 3 different ones. They didn't even let the original commercial run its play out and then, go to the next one. They just keep putting out more and more. And now they got ones where they got like 8 different people singing in it. Terrible. Yeah, they came back, brother. Well, and like I said, the Lakers legitimately have a shot to win the series. Like, I feel that it should be Nuggets in 6, but would anyone be surprised if it's Lakers in 6, Nuggets in 7, or Lakers in 7? It's a difficult one to kind of call, because the Lakers have been a little hotter than we've expected. A lot of people thought the Warriors were going to beat them, and they have good role players. But the Lakers have to be able to steal a couple on the road. That's the big test, right? Can they do that? Wow. Minnesota in position. They got runners on the corners at 1st and 3rd with no outs in the top of the 4th. This is not good. Oh, yeah. And then on the Heat side, I think that could be Boston in 6, but I also could see it being at Boston in 7 if Jimmy Buckets and the role players step up. I think the Heat aren't as good as Boston, but, they are able to win 2 games, but maybe even as many as 3, just depending on if Boston plays down to them. Same thing goes with the Denver Nuggets and the Lakers. If Denver plays down to them, since they're the defensive team. Boom! RBI. God damn it. 2-0 Twins. Shit. Come on, Kershaw. No outs either. Fuck. Lakers are running out of time. Oh, Castro single to left. Taylor scored. Gallo to second. Next up is Donovan Solano, who's already 2 for 2. Come on. Is he going to be 3 for 3? 2 for 2 with a double, single, and a run. 271 average, no homers, 5 ribbies, and we got guys on 1st and 2nd, no outs, and the Twins are up 2-0. What is going on here? I mean, have you seen the new one? Bro, if you've seen the new one, you would just like throw the TV out the window. It's that crazy. I'm like, oh my God. Just when I thought they couldn't get any more annoying. And I don't mind them. The jingle is catchy. But I don't want to see it on every fucking network that I watch, right? And then see it multiple times in an hour. You know what I mean? Like, and then also they have like hundreds of Burger Kings are closing down in the US. So obviously the commercials aren't working that good if they're closing down a couple hundred of them. And that was on the news a little while back. So, but now it's evolving. Now instead of 1 or 2 people singing, they got fucking 8 people singing. Ridiculous. 2-1 pitch for Kershaw on the corner for a strike, even though it was a ball. 2-2 count. Come on, Kershaw. And we'll get some more photos for Megan here as well. Chopped foul. 2-2 count. Hi, Paisley. Dad's here. Oh, well, I'm glad you haven't seen the new one. Yeah, agreed. Well, Denver's going to get there. Like I said, if you watch sports, right, you know that Jamal Murray is underrated. Michael Porter Jr. is finally getting healthy. They have players on the roster that are pretty good, right? But they just need more depth. Another superstar in the lineup. Gordon's pretty good. Porter Jr., the Joker, Caldwell Pope, Murray. They got guys. Like every guy in the starting lineup has got a 12 points or more. And they got Green, Brown, and Braun on the bench and a few others, right? So it's like I feel that they can win a championship sooner than later. Like within the next 5 years, it wouldn't be crazy to think the Joker gets one while he's in his prime. But maybe they need one more superstar, with who they have right now. Porter Jr., Joker, Jamal Murray, and one other guy. And then you can move like Caldwell Pope to the bench for more depth, with Brown. And maybe that'll be good enough for them to win it all, But maybe they win it all this year. It's definitely possible Denver gets past LA, even though Boston will be favored. But what happens if the Joker averages like a triple-double and they steal a couple in Boston? Denver could beat Boston in 7 or 6. I don't think it's that crazy. I mean, I think Boston's the best team, but there's only one team that plays amazing defense and rebounds the best, and it's Denver. Can they just put up the offense, to keep up with the other offenses like Tatum and Brown? Can they shut those teams down? And I guess we have to see if they can get past the Lakers first. But I know the NBA is really praying for Lakers Celtics,
First pick of the draft in 2012. Debuted as a 20-year-old, rookie of the year in 2015. He goes through a few years where he's injured half the time.
Carlos Correa in the box. Top of the 4th, Twins 2, Dodgers 0, 1 out. Runners at first and second. 1-2 pitch low. Nice save. 2-2 count. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Like I said, if you come back or whenever you're going back and forth, let me know if there's anything else Seahawk, Kraken, or Mariner related that you want me to throw up, and I can throw up some more photos for you. I appreciate you. Come on, baby. Matt in the building. What to do? Yeah, Nuggets are going to win the game. They're at home. You're not going to win that game on the road and not against the Nuggets. But again, when it goes to game 3 in LA, don't be surprised if the Lakers blow the Nuggets out of the fucking water. Got him. There we go. Nice job, Dodgers. I see you, Mookie. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 4th inning and see if we can get a little bit of a rally going here. Unfortunate to see Kershaw not get the support just yet, but let's go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Twins up 2-0. Next up for the Dodgers, 0 for 1 at third base, Mad Max Muncy. Batting second in the order in this inning, 0 for 1, DHing tonight, J.D. Martinez. And batting third, 0 for 1 with a K, center fielder, James Outman. All right, baby, this is a good part of the lineup here. We should be able to get something going. Hopefully Mad Max can do that for us. No, he's back. Elliot is a Padres fan, so if you have any questions for Padres, he can answer them. He's got all the Padre info. How is Matthew? I haven't seen a lot of him or heard about him. Is he like a up and coming prospect for you guys? Is he AAA? What's the situation with him? Shout out to Sarah and Cyberpunk for helping out on the Twitter side to try to get some more people to come through and either watch on that end or to watch on here. So I appreciate that.
Shakey's Pizza is celebrating educators with the 2023 Spectrum Sports Educator Sweepstakes. 8 winners will receive a $50 gift certificate from Shakey's Pizza plus a teaching kit. Enter online at spectrumeducator.com. Down 2-0. Fourth, it's Max Muncy to lead off. Yesterday's game 2 for his last 28 and then 2 home runs. He's part of a 3 for 5 effort.
Let's go, Muncie. I just had to go check up on Paisley there real quick. Nice double for Max. Oh, he crushed it. Just wanted to make sure that she was okay. All the way to the wall. Wow. And then bounced. Okay. There we go. Yes, sir, Mad Max. Crown rule double, Muncie. Woo! Here we go. Next up, DHJD Martinez. Oh, JD, he rips it. Yes! That's going to score. Go, go, Max. Oh, he stops at third. Damn it. Runners at first and third. Here we go. Here we go. It's that rally. Sometimes it's so difficult just to get two guys back to back to get a hit. You know, it's like you wait and wait and wait and wait. Now you just got to make sure you capitalize off two guys ripping it back to back, and there's no outs. So you can know you're going to probably get at least one run, but we might be able to get 2, 3, or 4 runs in this inning. Next up, center fielder James Outman. Could we get a dinga? A 3-run homa? 3-run Homer Simpson? Let's go. Is that good? 34 points, 14 assists, 21 rebounds. Is that good? It's unbelievable. You know, he just needs a little bit more supporting cast, I feel. You know, so if Jamal Murray gets in foul trouble or Gordon gets in foul trouble or something happens with Michael Porter Jr., like there just needs to be someone else. But I mean, I think they're good enough to win a championship, but obviously I guess they're going to go as far as the Joker will take them, you know, but like I said, he's like the next man up. I mean, I think he's much better than Embiid. I mean, he's more on like the Giannis level to me. That Embiid MVP was a fraud. They shouldn't have given it to him. I think Embiid is a good player, right? But I wouldn't have given him the MVP. But again, you can't give it to Giannis and the Joker every year, I guess, either. So I guess you have to sprinkle it around. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Fuck, Outman. We got guys on the corners, and you couldn't even get a fucking hit. All right, Bailey, I see you. I'll give you some love. Nice pitch. I see you. All right. Not a hater. All right, next up, David Peralta. Maybe I need to switch up the logo a little bit. All right. We need to go here. Dodgers here with the baseball. LA Dodgers over there. Come on, baby. Chopped foul. Bottom of the fourth, 2-0 Twins, but the game is starting to heat up. Wayno's moving to reliever for whatever works for you guys. You know what I mean? We had Julio doing leadoff, and he was just doing shitty. So we moved him to like 6th and then 3rd. Sometimes you got to move guys around until they get comfortable with themselves, you know? That's facts. 40, wow. But again, when you're, you know, in the finals and you're the home team, the favored team, you don't lose game 1. You know, and obviously, like I said, game 3, the first one in LA, don't be surprised if that one's a Laker blowout. You know, if Denver wins that, game 3, they're winning probably the series. So, you know, you already know that energy, even though it's a lot of Hollywood people, you know, they'll get loud for the West Finals. You know, they might be all, you know, faded and, you know, being Hollywood and, you know, on their phones instead of actually paying attention to the game. But, you know, I feel like if you get that far, you can put the phone down a little bit, you know what I mean? And you can watch the game, but you're still going to get those people in the front row, you know, that, I mean, unless it's like Jack Nicholson, you know. Nuggets, baby. Let's go. And then we got Celtics Heat tomorrow. We'll do that stream tomorrow, I believe, because I don't think the Dodgers and Mariners are on at a time where I can do the game. Let's look. I'm pretty sure that they have like an early start tomorrow. All right, so tomorrow, Dodgers play the Twins. What time? Wednesday. Dodgers play the Twins at 12:10, so I can't do that. And then the Mariners play at 4:10, so I might be able to do that one, depending on if I can get in here at that time. Marco Gonzalez is pitching against Brian Bello, but I think, you know, even though I normally go towards baseball over NBA, but if it ends up being the Celtics and the Heat, those are fun teams to watch. That's just a funner series to watch than that one. I mean, I'm not saying it's completely garbage, Nuggets and Lakers. You know, a lot of people are going to tune in either rooting for LeBron or rooting for the Lakers to lose. So we'll probably end up doing the Heat and the Celtics tomorrow. And the Celtics should win big, you know, at home, first game. Shit. Are you kidding me? We had runners at first and third, and we weren't able to get anything with no outs? My God. That might have cost us the game right there. You have guys on first and third with no outs, and you get nothing? Not even one run? Oh, my God. Golly. He said Forsyth. Yeah, so I'm thinking we'll do tomorrow. We will do NBA. We will end up doing the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics at 5:30 on TNT. And then on Thursday, we'll do Florida, Carolina. And I'm excited about that. So we're going to continue to keep doing the NHL matchups for that as well. And again, I will end up doing some Nuggets Lakers. I just don't know how many games I'll end up doing. Probably one or two. And then, you know, probably one or two for the Heat and the Celtics. And then once we get to the finals, depending on, you know, with the schedule and everything, we'll try to do as many as we can for the basketball and the NHL side. So, and then once those are done, then we'll flip it back to baseball and wrestling as kind of the priority until football season. Jameson in the building. How are you? Tough loss, but a nice comeback for you guys. And, you know, even though you lost, you got some pretty big numbers from your guys, and it's expected. You know, Denver Nuggets, the main, you know, number one team all year at home. I don't know if anyone really expected the Lakers to win that. It would be stealing one if they were to, you know. But I do think that in game 3, you know, that might be the one where the Nuggets, you know, they might get wiped the floor with in that particular matchup. Lakers might win big in game 3, but we'll see if you guys can split and win, you know, game 2 in Denver, because obviously that'll be really key. Because if you guys go down like 0-2, then the series might be over in 6. But if you can go 1-1 and then go back to LA and then go up 2-1, then you might be able to win in 6 or 7. So definitely critical games coming up for the Lakers and the Nuggets, as well as the Heat and the Boston Celtics. Shelby Miller is in now. Kershaw is out. Fuck. Shortest outing of the year. Fuck. Chop foul. Come on, baby. Top of the 5th, 2-0 Twins. Come on, Miller. Oh, nice. What's the Royals, right? Yeah, it's brutal. Mariners do it all the time. The Dodgers do it. All our teams do it. It's just the most frustrating shit ever. It's like when you actually start getting hits and get excited, and then you get nothing to show for it. The worst is when you get 2 or 3 guys on, where you have 2 guys on in the corners, first and third, or bases loaded, no outs. How the hell do you not even get one? Like, you can't just get a sacrifice RBI? Like, fuck. Well, Denver was the number 1 seed all year. So, you know, you got to think they are going to play very, very good. You know, Denver's the better team. Lakers are the hotter team, you know, and then obviously with Boston, you know, I don't think necessarily Miami's hotter than Boston. Boston's probably the best team, you know, out of the 4, them and Denver. But again, the Lakers are good enough to win the West, and they're good enough to win it all. If the Lakers beat Denver, you know, they could definitely beat Boston or Miami, but we just have to be able to see what outcome we get. I know the commissioner and all the people that have money involved want Lakers Celtics based off ratings. So we'll see on how they call the game. But The best teams you could argue might be Denver and Boston, but that doesn't mean both of those teams are going to get there. Lakers have a much better chance to get to the finals than the Heat, in my opinion. Yeah, and you're not going to get AD dropping 30 or 40 every game, right? You just got to hope that he drops 30 or 40 on the road, that you win one of those games. You can't have him put up a big performance like that and, and then keep losing. So, again, the Lakers series with the Nuggets should go 6 or 7. Same thing with the Heat and the Celtics. But I don't know if anyone really thinks the Heat can win it all. But I think, Boston, Lakers, Nuggets, it should be one of those teams that's the champ. I mean, the most unlikely would be the Miami Heat. They ended up beating Boston and then ended up going all the way. Like, imagine if it ended up being the Lakers somehow ended up winning in 6 or 7, and then Miami Heat won. No one's going to pick Miami Heat to win it all. You know what I mean? They'd be surprised that they were even there in the first place. But I don't see the collapse like that happening unless Boston gets hurt. There we go. Got him. Runner advances to third. 1 away. Yeah, but to be down 20 and to fight back like you did, that shows a lot of heart. They could have just said, fuck it, and then took out a lot of the guys and just said, fuck it, we lost. We'll take our L. We'll lose by 20 to 25. But they kept battling, so that's definitely a good sign to see, when a team will battle like that. Shows a lot of character. Plus, if you got, like LeBron there, he's probably not going to accept just, half-assing it, even if you lost. Losing by 6 looks a hell of a lot better than losing by 26 in game 1. Facts. Next up, first baseman Alex Kirilloff. 333 average, 2 homers, and 3 ribbies. 0 for 1 hit by pitch. Twins 2, Dodgers 0. Top of the 5th. Runner at third. 1 away. 0-1 pitch. Wild, almost hit him. Did it hit him? Fuck, it hit him. Jesus. Come on. Next up, catcher Ryan Jeffers. Okay, let's get a double play here. Oh, he goes for the bunt. Crazy son of a bitch. Wow, he got an RBI off a bunt. My goodness. 3-0 Twins. That was executed perfectly. My God. Come on, Dodgers. That was one of the best bunts I've seen all year. That was actually very impressive. Right down the line, nothing he could do. 2 away. Yeah. Not only did they not get the double play there, but they ended up getting an RBI off a fucking bunt. 3-0 Twins, top of the 5th. 2 outs, runner at second. 0-1 pitch to Michael Taylor. Fuck. And that's one thing you're not going to hear on the Pat McAfee show anymore. Fuck. Once they go to ESPN. Really sad. I'm kind of disappointed. I get it. Money talks. 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, all the advertising, taking care of his family, taking care of all of his boys and the crew. But when you go to ESPN, they're still going to have the YouTube show, but they're going to be on ESPN. That means no more originality. Maybe for like a year or two, but ESPN's going to put their fingers all over that show and change it. That means you're not going to hear the swearing anymore, which totally changes the show. If he's not going to be able to, he'll still be in the tank tops and they'll try to let him be him. But, at some point, the creative, they say it's not going to change. I highly doubt it. Maybe a year or two, it won't change. But eventually, there's going to be changes, And if you're not able to swear and be authentic and just kind of, real, like that's you're changing the show. You can still talk about topics, but the reason why the Pat McAfee show is as great as it was is him being able to swear and just being able to be himself and not be filtered. And now going to ESPN, he ain't going to be able to drop the F-bombs. They're not going to be able to be the same way. It's going to be a watered-down version. It's like when RVD was in ECW and they brought him over to WWF. It wasn't the fucking same. You feel me? Let's go. Good defense, Dodgers. There we go. Let's go to the bottom of the fifth. I mean, I already had to give up on Good Morning Football, so I guess bye-bye Pat McAfee show. So I guess I have no shows that I can commit to on a daily basis anymore. I mean, good for Pat. I love Pat. You know what I mean? But it just would have been really cool if he would have been like the first that would have said, no matter how much amount of money, I'm making plenty of money with the deals that I have. You come to me, you know what I mean? And then I'll be able to decide who the sponsors are and who I want to work with. And that way I can keep the product authentic and real and genuine, right? And then someone offers you something like, 10, 20, 30 million. I get it. That's fucking a lot of money. You know what I mean? That's a lot. You know what I mean? But if it changes the show, all the OGs aren't going to be loyal. They're not going to stay around. Like if he thinks that after this deal that all the people are going to be as loyal, they're going to still have fans, but they're, and they're hoping that they're going to grab, some old heads and some young kids. You know what I mean? But ESPN's product is terrible. Him going there isn't going to bring ESPN back to glory days. It's not going to happen. So I'm very disappointed. I love Pat, but I'm just very disappointed in that decision. But I know money talks, but definitely feels like he sold out a little bit. Is it? Oh, no. Right. You know what I'm saying? But think about that. It's like if someone was like with me and they were like, just like Pat McAfee, we're going to give you this deal, but you can't swear, you know what I mean? And, everything that you do, you can't do that. Then it's not authentic. It's a watered down fake version. We already get a lot of fakes on TV and podcasts already. People screaming and yelling with horrible takes like Stephen A. or Skip Bayless. You know what I mean? That was like the last hope that we had of something that was real, authentic, like one of the boys, you know what I mean? That didn't like cave and didn't sell out, Once you give the swearing up, the show is not the same. Watered down version is not the same. Yeah, sucks, man. I'm going to have to give up on it. Popped up. Miguel Rojas in the box. Let's go, Miguel. He said Washington, Tennessee, Texas, LSU, Penn State, Kansas State, Clemson, Wisconsin, Tulane, Notre Dame. I don't see Georgia and Alabama in there, brother. Yep. And it's the only show that, you know what I mean? Like, you just want to be authentic and real. And that's why I pride myself on this channel too, it's not trying to be raunchy, and X-rated and swears all the time, but, it's just being authentic and being yourself and being true, real, not biased, genuine, good vibes, good aura, you know what I mean? And oh, baby. Yes. Go, 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 go. Go for two. Go for two. Yes. Stand up double. There we go. Yes, sir. Miguel Rojas. My boy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, based on this, and I don't know, this outlet, is not, going to be one of the main ones, but this is what it said. All right, so it says Pat McAfee says he received 4 major offers, probably from Amazon, YouTube, and whatever, the different Fox, affiliate, Fox Sports, and ESPN. There's like whatever ones, the big ones, right? And then, but his show will move to ESPN beginning in the fall. Supposedly, the program will retain full creative control, but not forever. Maybe like a year or two. Not change in format. I highly doubt it. Follow Get Up and First Take, which are terrible shows, and not say fuck nearly as much. So then it's not a good show anymore, as good. And then it'll air on ESPN, ESPN Plus, ESPN, YouTube. So, like I said, if you're a fan of his, You know what I mean? It's still going to be better than a lot of the other shows that are on TV and podcasts, but it's just not going to be the game changer that it was. Just like when Good Morning Football had Kay and Nate, Peter Schrager's a fucking a weasel, and he's garbage. And then Kyle Brandt, he has the pop culture down. But when you had Schrager, the weasel, Kyle Brandt, Kay Adams, and Nate, right, Burleson, it was the best. And after those two left, it wasn't the same anymore. Barnes pops up, one away. It's like when you get people that move, it just changes the dynamic. So next up, Mookie Betts. Bottom of the fifth, 3-0 Twins. Come on, baby. One for two, a double today for Mookie Betts. Let's go, baby. $3-0 doesn't look good, but definitely I know the Dodgers can make a rally. Chopper moves the runner over, 2 away. Rojas goes to third. Next up, Freddie Freeman. We can get an RBI right here, make it 3-1, or maybe go for a dinga and make it 3-2. Come on, Freddie. I decided to plug in my bootleg Nintendo, and I was playing some Excite Bike here in the studio earlier today. Did some Excite Bike, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 1, 2, 3. What else was I messing around with? Contra, Super Contra. Oh my God. If I was able to flip the, computer behind me so you could actually watch me play, because I can't set it up like a Twitch where you see me in the corner, like how they usually do it that route, which would be very cool. But yeah, it definitely gave me some good vibes. It's got like 500 games in one, but it doesn't have a lot of the ones I'd have to plug in my regular Nintendo to play Bases Loaded 3, Tecmo Bowl, Super Tecmo Bowl. I got about 8 or 10 original games still, but anytime you buy the bootleg stuff, sometimes you'll get multiples of the game in there, and whatnot. And then Japanese versions of games, Japanese version of Turtles, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 and 3 and some of the arcade style. Contra, Super Contra is so much fun. Excite Bike, a blast. I did 2 tracks on Excite Bike. Just hearing the noises and the sound effects is just awesome. Yeah, once we get kind of towards the end of streams, I might actually, you won't be able to see it on the screen unless I put what I'm playing behind me, but you'll be able to hear it. Freddie pops up. Come down. Oh, what? Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. Yes. Go, go, go. He dropped it. Yes. 3-1 Twins. Yes. Nice job, Freddie. I thought he had that. Yeah. We already know Georgia, Bama, Ohio State, Michigan are going to be solid. USC as well. Yeah. But just like Oregon, defense might be suspect. That's why it's really tough for Oregon to be able to keep up with the Utahs and the Washingtons and the USCs. If we might be able to match, touchdown for touchdown with a lot of the teams in the Pac-12. But what about the defense? Looks like we need a couple Kayvon Thibodeaux, and normally we get one every 5 or 6 years. So next up, right fielder Jason Hayward. 3-1 Twins. Bottom of the fifth, 2 outs. Runner at first. Pitches low and inside, 1-0 count. Dodges. See, the main logo is cool, but it kind of blends into the screen too much. I do like this one. That one is pretty dope. I mean, besides the ones that have obviously the actual look, but I like that one. Maybe I'll switch it up, see if we can get a little bit of luck here. Ooh, baby. Come on, baby. One count. Oh, almost hit him. Whew. 2 balls, 1 strike. That was close. Heck yeah, man. I just got done watching Next Level Chef. Bro, if you're looking for Gordon Ramsay stuff to get, anything Gordon Ramsay's fantastic. But I would definitely recommend watching Next Level Chef if you have a chance to go through it and watch it. It's awesome. And I like MasterChef Junior. I like all MasterChef. Anything Gordon Ramsay or Food Network or, anything, Man versus Food, all the different, diners, drive-ins, and dives, anything like that. But obviously the new stuff is usually like the Gordon Ramsay stuff on Fox, and it's fucking awesome. 3-1 pitch to Hayward. Like, that's one thing I can always watch besides like Alaska programs and like water stuff. Back to the wall. Got him. Well, at least we got one. End of the 5th inning, 3-1 Twins.
You've been endlessly searching for a new job, but it means you're missing out on everything else.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Create a free Indeed account and get back to the fun.
All right, let's go to the top of the 6th.
For you.
Yeah. I mean, I try to be, very versatile, but I also like to get ideas. It's like when you get those Facebook things that pop up for like, recipes and, from friends on your timeline or whatever, Instagram, you see some fire food or, Shep or Chief will send me stuff, based on what they see or what they actually eat, and they'll send it. But yeah, anything Gordon Ramsay and the competition and just being able to see the talent level. I think I like the kid one the best, the MasterChef Junior, because it's always wild to me to see like an 8 to 12-year-old kid that's better cook and chef at 8 to 12 years old, right, than people like 90% of the people on planet Earth. Like, and some of these people that are 8 to 12, they've been cooking for 5 or 6 years. So you wouldn't think that would be that much of a big deal, but some of them are doing restaurant quality at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. It's wild, man. You got to get started early. Imagine if you start cooking at 5, by the time you're 20, think about how good you would be if you had the good, the good teachers and the right programs to be in. And plus, if you win something with Gordon Ramsay, you usually get like a year's mentorship, right? And you get access to all of his people and all his connections and $250,000. You can open up your own restaurant. You can open up your own little food cart. It could change your life forever. And I think I love seeing the little kids too, the girls and the boys being so young, but some of them being so fucking talented. And then also you see the kids that are absolute disasters where, they're not going to win the competition. And they're the ones that are talking shit and blaming everyone else that it's their fault that they burned the chicken and not them. It's great, man. Do you? Yes. Absolutely. All right, we're in the top of the 6th, 3-1 Twins. Come on, baby. In the box is Joey Gallo. 1-1 count. Yeah, you love all the food stuff, even if you don't eat that much. Come on, baby. Come on, Miller. Come on, Dodgers. One-two pitch to Gallo. Ooh, he ripped that foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 for 2, a single in the 4th by Gallo. All right, no problem. All right, we're at 100. Let's get to 2. And if someone wants to help me out with the dono side, whether it's Jameson, Elliott, or Matt, I don't know how long you guys are going to be here for. Obviously, I'm going to finish the game. So we got probably another 30 minutes to an hour. So if someone can help me with that process, that would help. Yeah. Did he? I haven't had too many experiences with the BO, but I did have one a couple days ago for the first time in months where I'm not sure if because like towards my place, I have like a gas station, that I go to. So I think it's one of like the newer gas station guys, but walking down the aisles and then obviously was paying with like dimes, nickels, and quarters. But man, it's like sometimes you have to be self-aware that, your odor, like you reek, like it stunk up like the whole aisle. Like it's like the cereal aisle. And I had to like walk past it and it like lingered. Like you could tell like the person maybe had a hard day, but it almost smelled like the person hadn't taken a shower at least in a few days. That's rough. Like you got to be self-aware, man, to like if you smell a little musty, imagine how much you smell to other people. Like you might not fully understand how much you stink. For real. Yeah. And then we were trying to get Wemby in the draft, but then the Spurs got the first pick. So I guess the NBA wanted to, continue the legacy of David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and now Wemby going to the Spurs. Would have loved to see Dame get some help. That could have changed our franchise forever and helped us get over the Greg Oden thing, but it just wasn't meant to be. But at least we got the third pick instead of the fifth, but it's not Wemby. He's the most highly decorated draft pick since LeBron. So, and I don't know if he'll be able to stay healthy with his long arms and long legs, but definitely is going to be a must-see thing. I mean, I'll be doing some Spurs games just to see him for sure. Top of the sixth, Larnach. Oregon State Beaver, 233, 5 homers, 26 ribbies. Larnach, 6'4", 223. Nice strike there, 1-2 count. Come on, Dodgers. All right, appreciate that. We're at a hundo. Popped up. There we go. Nice job, James. Let's go. We're going to the bottom of the sixth. 3-1 Twins. All right, due up for the Dodgers in the bottom of the sixth. 1 for 2 at third base, Max Muncy. Batting second in the order, 1 for 2, DH, J.D. Martinez. And batting third in the order, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, center fielder James Outman. So I think there is an opportunity here that we have to be able to try to come back in these next 2 innings. We don't want to get it all the way to the ninth. Usually that's too much pressure, but I know the Dodgers can pull it out. So, all right, I appreciate that. Let me go check up on Paisley here real quick.
Enjoy Dodgers baseball with friends, family, or colleagues in style. Located on the outdoor deck of the Stadium Club overlooking the field, the Stadium Club boxes provide a semi-private space with all-inclusive food, non-alcoholic beverages, and in-seat wait service. Visit Dodgers.com/Stadium Club boxes. Now with Max Muncy coming up to the plate, he has been dealing with some flu-like symptoms recently, but he's finally feeling better. He has told us that the for him than the results that he's finally getting right now coming out of that quote-unquote mini slump is that he clearly has some more energy back, guys.
And he's shown it the last couple nights. He's gone 4 for 6 in this series. 2 home runs and a double for Maddox. Bailey over. It's strike one. Well looking with high fastball. Okay, we're getting through the third time of the lineup. Guys are getting to see it. Got a run last inning.
All right, come on, Max. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 0-2 count. Bottom of the sixth. Twins 3, Dodgers 1. Let's go, Mad Max. 1 for 2, a double in the fourth. And as of the last time that I checked, he was leading Major League Baseball in homers with like 14. So let's go, Mad Max. Hit foul, 1-2 count. Dodgers rally time. Trying to. Not going to be easy. Yeah, it wouldn't shock me if the Braves and the Dodgers end up in the playoffs playing each other. Big swing and a miss. They got a little foul tip there. Still 1-2 count. But Jameson playing Excite Bike, Contra, Turtles. It's wild, man. I still got a lot of my old systems. I would like to be able to, hook up my Nintendo. Got him. Nice strikeout on Muncy. But I would like to play like my PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. I've really wanted to, I don't know why, but I've really wanted to like get all the chords, because I got all the chords like in this thing. So they're all mixed and matched and whatnot. But I'd really like to play PlayStation 1, and I want to play Twisted Metal and Twisted Metal 2. I don't know why that I've wanted to play that so long, but that's been on my brain for a while. Classic. Would be kind of cool to play Resident Evil 2 also. I got a lot of memories with those. Oh, 1 pitch. Pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Come on, JD. Let's go. 1-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 1-2 count. Come on, JD. Be smarter than that. What's the score in the Padre game? Pitch is high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch to Martinez. Big swing and a miss. Got him. God damn it. Back-to-back Ks to open the 6th. Muncy struck out. Martinez struck out. Next up, center fielder James Outman. Come on, LA. Come on, baby. 0-1 pitch. Pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Come on, baby. Rally time. 4-5. 1 inning left. Tough. Pitch is outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Big swing and a miss. Big rip. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Come on, James. We need you, bud. 2-2 pitch. Oh, shit. Popped up. Back. Got him. Damn it. End of the 6th inning. 3-1 Twins. We're running out of time. Definitely not the best performance out of Kershaw this season in this matchup tonight, as well as the hitters, but still got a couple innings left. Anything can happen. All right, we're going to the top of the 7th with Minnesota up 3-1. They've been in full control since the very beginning. Leading off this inning for Minnesota, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks, and he'll get plenty of boos from the LA crowd. Shortstop, Carlos Correa. Batting 1 for 2 with a run and a base on ball with a K. DHing tonight, Byron Buxton. And batting 3rd in the order, 1 for 3 with an RBI and a K. Third baseman, Kyle Farmer. Let's go, baby. Yeah, trust me. I'm just trying to get the Mariners over 500. It's tough, man. It's like every time we do pretty good and then we think, oh, this is going to be not necessarily an automatic win, but we feel pretty good about it. And then you just get smacked in the mouth. So. Yeah, I know they're a good team. Let's look at the division. Let's look at the standings. It's always good to keep up on the standings, every few days. You don't want to get too far behind. So in the American League, we got the Tampa Bay Rays still going strong, 19-3 at home. Unbelievable. 32-11 record for the Rays. Orioles, 27-15. That's awesome. Twins, 23-19. Normally it's the Guardians, but they're having kind of a tough year. They're 19-22 in 3rd place behind the Tigers even. So the Twins are leading the Central. And then the Rangers still going strong in 1st place in the West, 26-16 record. At least the Mariners aren't last, but we're 4th, 21-21. That sucks. And then the Braves on top in the National League East, 26-16. In the Central, it's the Brewers. They surpassed the Pirates, 24-18, but Pittsburgh is 22-20 in 2nd place, which is cool. And then the Dodgers are 27-15. Diamondbacks 24-18, Padres 20-22. But eventually the Padres will leapfrog the Diamondbacks. They just need you guys to get, Tatis comfortable, and the pitching and hitting has to just be a little bit better, and you guys will eventually get there. So I highly doubt the Diamondbacks are going to finish the year ahead of you, unless you guys have suspensions or major injuries. That's facts. Oh, yeah, it's awesome. You'll hear the sound effects at some point. That's a big part of the Nintendo, too, and the Sega and the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo 64. It's not just the games and how they played, but it's the music that went with it, the sound effects, and as soon as you hear them, you already know what games they're from. 1-2 pitch. Of course, Correa gets a fucking bloop single. God damn it. Nice job, Carlos. Ripped up Gonzalez on that pitch. Next up, DHing for Minnesota, Byron Buxton. There was a lot of hype with Buxton. It took him a while to kind of get going. Has had some injuries. Maybe hasn't really lived up to his name just yet. But I definitely think he is a guy to root for, especially when someone is so highly touted and kind of doesn't live up to the name or potential just yet. It's taken him a while to kind of get to that point. We've always known that he's a pretty damn good player, but I think some people thought he would be, top 5, top 10 player in the league overall, but it hasn't really blossomed to that, at least not at this point, and it probably won't ever be, but I still think he's a pretty solid player. Top of the 7th, Twins 3, Dodgers 1. Runner at first. 1-1 count to Buxton. 1 for 2. Single. 2 stolen bases, baby. 1-2 count.
He's got 8 home runs. Legs look very fresh. We've seen tonight. He's just a presence too. He's intimidating.
1-2 pitch to Buxton. Chopped right in front of the pitcher. Get the double play. 1, 2. Oh, he dropped it. Fuck. Damn it. Mookie with an incredible throw there, playing second base today. But Freddie couldn't hang on. They only got 1. Damn it. Next up, third baseman Kyle Farmer.
Tries to touch the base and make the throw at the same time. So he tells just to flex that a bit. Right, almost picks it. Buxton first for Farmer. Ball 1. So Buxton think about trying for a third stolen base. Hard now with the left-hander. Clayton Kershaw is stolen off with. 2-0. Buxton came into the game with 2 steals in 38 games this year. Only had 6 steals.
All right. Come on, Gonzalez. Twins 3, Dodgers 1. Top of the 7th. Runner at first. 2-0 pitch. Outside. 3-0 count. This is not good. Starting to fall off the rails here a little bit. 1 for 3, an RBI and a K for Farmer. .30 pitch. Walked him. Come on. Uh-oh. I don't like this. Top of the 7th, Minnesota up 3-1 with runners at first and second, 1 away. Next up, Alex Kirilloff. First pitch right down the middle for a strike. Let's go. Come on, Gonzalez. 100 in donos. Let's get to 2. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 0-2 count. Behind in the count finally. Let's get Alex out. Be nice to get a little double play here. Get out of the inning. .02 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Nice pitch by Gonzalez. Let's go. Sit down, Alex. Next up, catcher Ryan Jeffers.
Strikeout was the 10th of the game, so it's free jumbo jack on the shot while they watch Dustin May. Watch Dustin May pitch. Jumbo jack.
Popped up. And the Dodgers get out of the top of the 7th, leave 2 stranded. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 7th. We're running out of time. Down 3-1. Come on, baby.
We're talking about cash back. Not a game. Not a game. We're talking about cash backing.
Next up for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 7th inning, 0 for 2 with a K, left fielder David Peralta. Batting second in the order in this inning, 1 for 2 with a run, shortstop Miguel Rojas. And batting third, 0 for 2, catcher Austin Barnes. So not really an ideal part of the lineup, but hopefully we can find a way here. He said, I need those fantasy points, baby. Yeah, Odin's son just sent me he got a box of Panini Prism 2023 WWE trading cards and got some pretty cool stuff. I can't really see everything that he got, but he got an autograph card. I was asking who the auto is. It wasn't expecting the green Hogan. I was like, who's it signed by? So who is the auto? Who is the autograph? Who is the auto?
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket. I started my own app company, and with Cricket, I'm able to answer calls from my engineers and investors and know my signal's going to be great.
All right, come on, baby. Let's go.
Wow, you're on Cricket.
Peralta, Rojas, Barnes. But then right after that is Mookie and then Freddie. So we're, you just got to get to that point. So there's still going to be a chance, I think, to tie this game up. But how many more times are we going to have guys on first and second or first and third on the corners with no outs or one out and not knock anything in? You can only do that so many times before you lose. So, all right, let's see what Peralta can do. Come on, David.
Last night's game as well. Scoreless 1 in the third. And now it's pitched 8 games for the Twins and not giving up a run. First one to Peralta is set foul. It happened to not be too bad when Brock pitched last night. That's what we're telling you.
Oh, shit. That sucks, dude. I'm sorry, bro. He said pain to the Royals, too. You'll bounce back, bro. He said this is bad. Yeah. Well, again, it shows you. I mean, you have a lack of hitting or the pitching is a little off. You can't really rely on one or the other. It's not like one is stronger than the next. Both are struggling. It's like with the Mariners, sometimes we get the great pitching, but then we don't get the hitting. Or we get amazing hitting, but no pitching. It's kind of hard to be able to match those things at once. So, Peralta crushes that. Oh, yes, to the wall. Run, motherfucker. Yes. Leadoff stand-up double. Oh, my goodness. David Peralta. Yes, sir. Odin, my boy, thank you for sending me the cards, bro. I like that, man. Anything that people can share with me with collectibles, very cool. How much was the box? Did you buy the box? Did you get the box as a gift? Odin's son, the original OG. One of the very first mods for your boy. Love you, brother. Hope you're doing well. We had another individual in the room earlier that was talking about seeing, hockey in New York for like a WHL that I have here for like the Portland Winterhawks. And I was wondering if he lives near you or actually goes to see the same, lower tier hockey, league in your area in New York. But I don't know exactly where he's from. He told me New York, but not exactly what borough or whatnot. So Chopper, right up to second. Castro, one away. Runner advances to third. Peralta. How are you doing, Odin, son? I hope you're doing okay. Next up, catcher Austin Barnes. Let's go. Three 3-1 Twins, bottom of the seventh. Peralta at third. One away. Pitch on the corner. Should have been a strike, not called a strike. 1-0 count. Oh for 2 today. Catcher Austin Barnes. Pitches outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Bottom of the seventh, runner at third. 3-1 Twins. 2-1 pitch to Austin Barnes. Come on, baby. Big swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Come on, Austin. Got a runner at third. Just knock him in. Let's get it to 3-2. Said I bought it with fan cash. I paid $2.34 for a $30 blaster box. Nice. And the autograph alone, you got, with some of the stuff, I imagine you got close to getting your money back. Nice. Heck yeah. Well, you love, wrestling as much as I do. So whether it's wrestling figures or cards, you're always going to be looking at stuff like that, like me. So 3-2 pitch to Barnes. Come on, Dodgers. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Sit down. Austin. Next up, today playing second base, Mookie Betts. And this is the best chance they have here to tie this game up, or at least to get a run. You got Mookie, Freddie, Hayward, unless they make a switch, and then Max Muncy. Let's go, Mookie. One for 3 with a double today. Pitch on the corner, called ball. This ump is not really giving any leeway. A lot of the Twins pitches have been strikes right on the zone, right on the line, but have been called ball all night. Maybe because they're up 3-1, I don't know, but not really getting a lot of those 50-50 calls to go in their favor, but it hasn't hurt them because the Twins are still up 3-1. That was a wild pitch. Go, steal home. Oh, he did it. Oh, thought I was going to go steal home, and maybe he would have gotten out there. They didn't want to be dumb. Ooh, 2-0 count. Odin's son in the building, my boy. Come on, baby. Let's go, Mookie. You need more than one photo to get a hit to keep this game going. Guess what? I got you. Let's go. Let's go. Bottom of the 7th, Twins 3, Dodgers 1, runner at third, 2 outs, 2-0 count to Mookie Betts, 1 for 3 with a double in the first inning. Come on, baby. 2-0 pitch is high, 3 balls, no strikes. Let's go. It's always good when I can pay homage to my dad and do games for him. My dad has been a fan of the Dodgers since the 1950s. So, and plus when you meet Ken Griffey Jr. and Sandy Koufax when you're 7 and 10 years old, it does fucking change your life. 3-0 pitch, right down the middle, 3 balls, 1 strike. Come on, baby. Let's go, Mookie. He doesn't even have to swing to do damage. He can just get walked. I don't know if this guy has the ability to throw 2 strikes in a row, honestly. Let's see what Stewart can do. Come on, Mookie. 3-1 pitch. Ooh, nice pitch. Right in the zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count is full. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. 3-2 pitch. Oh, almost hit him. It's a walk, baby. Runners on the corners with the best one to have in the box in the whole entire game. Besides, obviously, Max Muncy, who's been on a heater with his home runs. If you're talking about a guy that can, hit a home run, but, is very, good with presence at the plate. He doesn't really, reach a whole lot. He's definitely going to be patient in the box and a guy that can get RBIs like it's nothing. Freddie Freeman. I think they're going to switch pitchers now. They're not fucking with this. They're like, oh, Freddie with 1 swing can win the game. We could be up 4-3, but I'm not saying that's going to happen, but definitely a good chance for an RBI here. So with Damon Kemp, I don't want to sound like an idiot. Who is that? Is that someone like on NXT? Is that like an up-and-coming guy? Who is Damon Kemp? Normally, I'm very familiar with, WWE and with like Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Rampage, Dynamite, ROH, NJPW. Who is Damon Kemp? Educate me a little bit. I assume it's someone on the NXT roster because if it was on Raw or SmackDown, I would know that name. So kind of an up-and-comer, huh? NXT, okay. Did you look it up to see how much it's worth? I would assume that any auto has got to be worth at least $10 or more, no matter what the auto is. And then is it serial numbered? If it's serial numbered, and even if it's like a no-name guy, then it goes up more in value. Like if that's like a 1 of 5 or like a 1 of 10, a $10 autograph could end up turning into a $50 or $100 card, depending on if it is serial numbered or not. All right, we got Freddie Freeman in the box as they go through the pitching change. And we are in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs, 3-1. Twins are up, but we have a good chance to get caught up here a little bit. He said, I didn't look. That could determine a lot, bro. You'd be surprised. And if it's a 1 of 1, the card could be worth like 100 to like 250. I'm not saying it is a 1 of 1, but. $100 in donos. Let's get to 2, baby. Let's go. Bottom of the 7th inning. Twins 3, Dodgers 1. Runners at the corners on 1st and 3rd. Freddie Freeman in the box. Let's go. First pitch. Low and outside. 1 ball. No strikes. That's one great thing about Freddie. Never reaches. You reach, he teaches. He's not going to go after garbage. Very disciplined in the box, and I love that. 2 for 3, 2 singles and an RBI. Another pitch that a lot of guys would have swung on. Nope, not Freddie. 2 balls, no strikes. Definitely the most disciplined hitter in the lineup. At times Mookie can be right there with him, neck and neck. But if I had to choose one that's more, more disciplined at the plate, it's definitely Freddie. Pitches inside, 3 balls, no strikes. Woo! Are we going to get bases loaded here? I'd rather him try to. I don't know if they're going to allow him to swing, or just take the walk, because I don't even know if this guy can hit the zone, but we'll see. Come on, baby. Let's go, Dodgers. My dad isn't sitting on the couch watching this game for nothing. There's not very many on planet Earth that watch 162 games of baseball like my dad. Walked him. Let's go. Let's go. Bases loaded. Yeet. Let's go, baby. Another pitching change? God, how many pitching changes these motherfuckers going to do? Next up, right fielder, Jason Haywood, which you would actually hope that it would be Max Muncy. And normally I'm like, I don't know if I would like Hayward in this situation, but we will see. What's going on? You got the tornadoes. You got what's going on where you live, bro? Every day for a week. Sounds like Oregon, bro, but we've actually been having some really good weather. The tornadoes are gone. We're getting about 90-degree weather here in Oregon. So they got Chris Taylor. Okay, good. They made a change. Your boy's on it. I work fast. Boom. Hello. Jason Hayward out. Chris Taylor in. Come on, Chris. That's a fire photo. Let's go. And then if we get a hit here, then obviously we got Mad Max Muncy, who can obviously go deep and is leading Major League Baseball with dingers, I still assume. He was at, 14? Had a couple last night, so could he add a grand salami? Depending on what happens here. Got to get some runs. We cannot have runners stranded, this inning, that inning. Hasn't really been a very good day. Kershaw didn't really do that well, 7 Ks, but it didn't feel like it. It felt like a 3K game or 4K game. Taylor pops up. Oh, what a catch. And we leave 3 guys stranded. Son of a bitch. Oh, Taylor. Good defense by Minnesota. Son of a bitch. All right, let's go to the top of the 8th. Well, if you keep leaving guys stranded like that, then obviously we know the Twins are going to win this game. How many times are you going to do that and keep fighting, and then leaving runners on the corners on 1st and 3rd, leaving bases loaded? That's rough. Yeah, you haven't seen the sun in like a decade. And that's tough for mental health sometimes, right? You want to make sure you're getting the sun, vitamin D, you're getting, some time with the pets, you're spending time with some friends. You know what I mean? But yeah, anytime it rains a little bit too much, it definitely will weigh on a lot of people. All right, let's go with the Minnesota Twins here in the top of the 8th. I thought with Kershaw pitching today, this is going to be me. I'm like, oh, okay. But then I'm fucking like this. Fuck. All right, before the game and then right now. But, I mean, it's still possible that we can make a little rally. But, I mean, realistically, looks like the Twins might have this. But we'll find out. We still got to go through the matchups and go through the lineups here. All right, in the top of the 8th, let's see, the Minnesota Twins leading off 0 for 2 with a run and a base on ball and a K. Center fielder, Michael Taylor. Batting second in the order, 1 for 3 with a K. Right fielder, Joey Gallo. And batting third in the order, 2 for 3, RBI and a K, Willie Castro. Come on, baby. Still have a chance, but it's not looking too good.
You see the total price up front.
Come on, baby.
Of course, it's good to leave room for some surprises.
Ooh, it's numbered to 10? Does it have a stamp on it? All it says is SNTKP. If it's numbered to 10, that $10 autograph, that actually might be worth like $50 to $100. Nice pull, bro. You can always go on eBay and look to see what other ones. I mean, some of them, might be going for $5 or $10 just because people want to get rid of them, and they might be worth more. But you know how it is on eBay. Sometimes people will get autographs and it'll be worth like $50 to $100, but they just want cash now and they'll sell it for like $25. Sometimes people will do that. I guess it just depends on who it is and what kind of potential that person has, in wrestling or in baseball, basketball, football, or hockey. All right, we're in the top of the 8th. 3-1 Minnesota. In the box, center fielder, Michael Taylor. Chopped off his foot foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Only one that you saw was $39. Well, there you go. Hell yeah. I was going to say, I mean, if it's 1 out of 10, usually, no matter even if it's a lower name guy, 10 copies, $50 to $100 probably, maybe on the low end, 30 or 40, but it's probably like a $50 to $100 card somewhere in there. Probably closer to 50 just because it's a lower name guy, There you go, dude. Fucking you bought a box that was $30, right? And you got a couple other like cards in there that might be worth a few bucks. And you paid like $2 and some change out of your fan cash. And then you ended up getting 1 card alone that ended up being worth like $40-50. Nice job. You probably weren't expecting to get any autographs. So at that point, anything you get is a bonus, right? Who cares who it is? It could have been Mae Young or Moolah, and it would have been awesome. It doesn't matter. It could have been a referee. An autograph is an autograph. So awesome, dude. Yeah, last time I got a box as a gift, the Lucha Bros. I got an AEW Upper Deck box from their, AEW Upper Deck debut. And I didn't get any autographs in the box, but I did get a piece of wrestling gear from the Lucha Bros, which is kind of cool. They're a cool tag team in AEW, but that was, I mean, definitely for a box that normally runs, I think like over $100, probably only got like $30 worth of cards, if that. So, but that's what happens a lot of times. That's how they get you, unless you end up getting, a patch card, a patch auto, or a serial numbered card, or like a refractor, something that's a little bit more rare. So it's tough to get good cards in wrestling, just like in anything. Little bloop single there. Chopper right up the middle. Get the double play. A flip. 1. Oh, did he get him? No. Oh. Rojas. See that defense? Miguel Rojas. At least they got the guy at second base with the flip. Nice job, bro. I mean, I got the perfect photo, Bo. Let's go. Flip it, baby. And he tried to reach right there, Freddie Freeman at first, but great job. Taylor's throw was kind of shitty. Nice job. Nice job, brother. Life's a garden. Dig it. Top of the 8th, Twins 3, Dodgers 1, runner at first, 2 away. Come on, Dodgers. Fouled off. 0-1 count. In the box, Trevor Alarnock. Megan in the building. How are you? Top of the 8th, Twins 3, Dodgers 1. 0-1 pitch. Pitch is low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Safe, it's all good. If you're out, just keep going.
Throw to first. Still 1-1 count. Come on, baby. We have left way too many runners stranded. We only have 7 hits, too. It's pathetic. One pitch. Pitch is high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Heck yeah, bro. Get him. Safe. Fuck. 4 stolen bases for Minnesota. Aggressive. They're playing well. You got him with a bet? What, to be able to do Kraken for the future? It's like what, if the Seahawks make the NFC Championship game, that he has to do Kraken games for the future? You're trying to bribe him to do the Kraken? 0-for-1, fly out in the 6th. There we go. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Come on, baby. Chopped foul. Count stays full. And did you get that box of cards Odin today?
He's dunking at 13. Byron Buxton's playing in the men's softball league at 4. We got quite a collection. That's right.
Oh, interesting. Where's the game being played? In Seattle? Got him. There we go. Struck him out. Is the game in Seattle or is it in Baltimore? That's the real question. Because if the game is in Baltimore, that's probably why he's scared. Because obviously, as we know, most teams aren't as good on the road as at home. So I would assume if he's at home, that's not that big of a deal. But on the road, there definitely is a potential loss that could be had. It's in Seattle. Then why the hell is he scared? Why would you be scared in Seattle? You think the Ravens are going to come in there and beat you guys? I mean, obviously, you know, you're going to have some games where you think you should win that you lost, like Carolina last year. You know, there's a few of them. Raiders. You know, sometimes you just don't know. Like, you know, you're better than the other team, but sometimes that other team just has an amazing game, right? Now, all right, let's go to the bottom of the 8th. Dodgers are running out of time. – 3-1 game. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th for the Dodgers. Let's go, baby. Leading off for the Dodgers, 1 for 3 with a K. Mad Max Muncy. Batting second in the order, 1 for 3 with a K. DHing tonight, J.D. Martinez. And batting third, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. Center fielder, James Outman. All right, let's go. This is a good part of the lineup. Right, see, your boy knows. Road game. He wouldn't be scared if it was at home. You don't like the Panthers, Elliot? Well, at least Bryce Young is there, so at least like even though a lot of people don't give a shit about the Panthers, it'll be exciting to see if Bryce does well in his first year or struggles. I mean, every rookie is going to struggle just a little bit, but he'll probably show a little bit of flash. They still have a long ways to go for that team, though. O-line, defense, supporting cast. 1 for 3 and a double, 219 average, 14 homers, leading the major leagues. 32 ribbies, Mad Max Muncy. Let's go, Max. With one swing, we can get it to 3-2, baby. One 0 pitch. Right down the middle. 1-1 count. Come on, Max. He said, Chicharito. Javier Hernandez. Chicharito. 2-1 count to Mad Max Muncy. 1 for 3. Double in the fourth. 3-1 Twins. Come on, Max. Big swing and a miss. 2-2 count. Fuck. Come on, baby. Yeah. Yeah. LA Galaxy? Not Dodgers. Pitches outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Come on, baby. I know my dad's at his house right now watching. Watches every single game. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Fuck. Man, that's so much dedication to watch 162 games. I know. Much love to my dad. All right, Muncy struck out swinging. Not a good sign, but we still have a chance here. Next up, DHJD Martinez. 1 for 3 with a single. 243 average this season. 5 dingas, 19 ribbies. Come on, JD. Pitches low. 1 ball, no strikes. I mean, we don't deserve to win this game. Plain and simple. We've left too many guys stranded, but in baseball, once the starter goes out, anything can happen. As we know, it's a whole new ball game after the 6th inning. Sometimes even earlier than that if your pitcher is ass. 1-0 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 1-1 count. Should have waited. For real, though. I mean, I do everything, with all the other sports. I've watched full seasons of everything, but for baseball, it's by far the longest. I mean, basketball is 82 plus playoffs. College football, 10 to 14 games, depending on the bowl game and how far you get, with like Pac-12 championship and so on, right? NFL, 17, 18, and then a couple playoff, maybe 20 games, something like that. NHL, a little bit more, but 162 is fucking wild, man. It's insane. 1-2 pitch. But my dad doesn't follow the NBA for the Blazers, and he only watches the Ducks when I if they're on, he'll watch for me. But it's not like he's, so dedicated to the Ducks. He's the only thing that he really focuses on his life, besides obviously, him being like a Deadhead and Grateful Dead and concerts and all that, is the Dodgers. It's been present in his life since the 50s, and he's still going strong. He's got a great collection, too. Like I said, it's one of the best collections of Dodger memorabilia in the Northwest. That's facts. Twins 3, Dodgers 1, bottom of the 8th, 1 away. 1-2 count to J.D. Martinez. For real, though. 1-2 pitch. Pitch is wild and outside. 2-2 count. Come on, J.D. 2-2 pitch to JD. Pitch is low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count is full. Come on, baby. Let's go. Prime opportunity to at least, start some kind of rally. Three-two pitch popped up. 2 away. JG trying to pull a fast one. He's like, oh, yeah, Austin Reeves on the Dodgers? What? Let's go. Next up, center fielder, James Outman. Let's go. Running out of time. Pitch is low. 1 ball, no strikes.
Gonna stay out of the zone against him for that changeup. Keeping it down like that. They do offer the fastball. That'll be up out of the zone.
Even though Kershaw had 7 Ks, it really didn't feel like it. Got roughed up early. And even though he got to 7, and 7 is usually a pretty good day, but today it wasn't a good day. Gave up 7 hits. So he had 7 Ks, but 7 hits, and not a good day. 2 earned runs, a walk. Not a Kershaw 2023 performance. Oh, bro, you haven't watched Superbad in a month? Bro, what are you doing? It's got to be on repeat. Got to watch that every little bit that you can. Pitch is outside, but called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, I haven't watched it in a month or 2. Just to have something on the background. I just got too many things going on with like NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, Mariners, Dodgers, NASCAR, wrestling, WWE, AEW. It's, there'll be a chance. And then I'm usually doing like Discovery, History, Nat Geo. There's all kinds of shit that I'll follow. All right, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a flyout for Outman. 2-2 count. Come on, baby. Get on base. Let's get the rally started. Chopper towards first. Good defense. End of the 8th inning. Mother sucker. 3-1 Twins.
You've been endlessly searching for a new job, but it means you're missing out on everything else.
All right, let's go to the top of the 9th.
You do. Create a free Indeed account and get back
But nothing really indicates that the Dodgers are going to come back tonight. But you never know. That's why they play the game, right? You can get a Undertaker Mankind Legend dual auto. Holy shit, that would be incredible. Yeah, if you got something like that, you're never selling that. Ever. Shameless. It's about the Galagas, dude. They're crazy. Whatever it takes to survive. Lie, cheat, steal. You grow up in the hood in Chicago, you got to find a way to make money, take care of your family, take care of yourself, make sure you don't get evicted, eat something, and hopefully it's not out of the garbage. Just the crazy shit that goes on in that show, for real. He's an outstanding citizen. Yeah, there's been a lot of portrayed pieces of shit on TV, you know what I mean? And there's going to be some times where you feel a little sorry for him, you know what I mean? But, just kind of being a con artist from, day one, I miss that show. Watch that shit on a regular basis. I'm actually watching Game of Thrones. I decided to restart that. I did True Blood, and I watched that from the very beginning, and I finished that. And then they started putting it on TNT like a month later, which is very ironic. But I started Game of Thrones from the very beginning just to kind of, go back through those memories that I forgot. God, it's fire. It is so good, especially if you haven't seen it, since it was on, to be able to go back and watch something like that. I wouldn't mind going back and watching Dexter from the beginning, but that second shoot off of Dexter that came out, like the reboot, I haven't seen any of those episodes yet. So I definitely need to finish watching the reboot Dexter and then go back and watch it from the beginning. But I am enjoying the Game of Thrones. Oh, yeah. Never a dull moment, bro. In Game of Thrones and in Shameless. All right. 1 for 4 in a single. Carlos Correa. Come on, baby. The Boo Birds are out. They don't like any Astro players or any Astro former players. They still get the boo birds. People don't forget. 1-0 pitch. Inside, 2 balls, no strikes.
Both teams feeling good about the starting pitchers they have going tomorrow. Both bullpens getting used heavily.
Is it good? Popped up. 1 away. There we go. Next up, DH Byron Buxton. What kind of show is it? Is it like a serial killer type thing? Is it like drama? Is it sci-fi? Like what kind of genre is the show? Action drama, horror, thriller. I know you like horror stuff a lot. Pitches inside, 1 ball, no strikes to Buxton.
He's in his 9th year in the majors, but he's only played 100 games 1 time. Tonight, he's looked as fresh as could be.
$100 in donos. Let's get to 2. One for 3 with a run, a base on ball, and a K for Buxton. 2 stolen bases, though, with a single and a run. Not bad. 3-1 Twins, and they've been in control since the very beginning. I was hoping that Kershaw would be a little bit more locked and loaded, but just wasn't the case. And Minnesota's a good team, right? They're leading the division in the Central, so it's not like this is a scrub team. It feels like this is a playoff team this year. They might take the Guardians spot, in the Central. I think the Guardians will catch up, and it'll be a battle between those 2 teams at the end. But so far, Minnesota has been much better than the Guardians. Chopper towards third base. Son of a bitch. Big stand-up double for Buxton. God, he's been money today. It's the beginning of the end of the Dodgers tonight. Next up, third baseman Kyle Farmer. Brandon's peeking ahead like 6 months. He's like, well, it's baseball season, and we're doing a Twins-Dodgers stream. But, hey, if you want an early week 1 NFL bet, take a look at Jets -14 over the Bills. Now, you looking up way ahead, Brandon. But I will admit, I do miss football like a motherfucker. I miss college and I miss NFL. So the NFL draft just didn't do it for me. It's going to be really fun like it is every year. Yeah, but also, too, you have to think with the Jets, don't believe all the hype just because fucking Aaron Rodgers is there. They don't have any offensive line, and that defense isn't very good. Back. Gone! And there's the end of the Dodgers with a 2-run jack by Kyle Farmer. Holy fuck. 5-1 Twins. It's like when Brett Favre went over there, Favre. Everyone's like, oh, they're going to be so good. Maybe when he was on Minnesota, when the Saints, they tried to kill him, and try to injure him and whatnot. But when he went to the Jets, I mean, this Jets team is better than what Brett Favre had for Jets. Obviously, you got Garrett Wilson. You got some pieces there. Brees Hall. You got some receivers. You got some good pieces there, right? But the defense has got a long ways to go, even though I love Sauce Gardner, right? O-line is non-existent. So, I imagine the Jets will be okay, but I don't think they're going to necessarily be a playoff team. Maybe win like 8 or 9 games, maybe be like 9-8. Maybe Rodgers has a few good games, but he's going to have a few shitty ones, especially if he doesn't have protection. That's facts. Post-apocalyptic sci-fi. Sounds exactly like something I should watch. I like that type of stuff. 0-2 count. Chopper towards first. God damn, I can't believe we just gave up a 2-run jack right there. Yeah, that's why when you make bets, you got to be able to look at the team as a whole, not just the skilled position players, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. You have to look at the O-line and the D-line, and you have to see if they actually have anybody there. You know, it might be one thing if you play like a shitty team, you know, like the Buccaneers this year, and you might be able to do whatever the hell you want. But if you play against a team that actually is pretty good on O-line and defense, and it's hard to be able to move the ball, you know, then you got to take that into account. There's going to be a lot of teams, you know, that are going to be better than they were, but I'm not buying into this, oh, Rodgers is there and they're going to go to the Super Bowl. That team is nowhere near what the Packers were, and he couldn't even do it there. So, I mean, he might be the most overrated superstar in the postseason of all time. I've never seen a player, you know, be so shitty at home, you know, in the playoffs, either in the early rounds or in, you know, the NFC Championship game, for a guy that is first ballot Hall of Famer. You know, Favre and Rodgers probably should have 2 rings each. But again, you know, O-line, D-line, defense, not being able to stop the run, not being able to have good special teams. Yes, I know that the Packers had some excuses that were valid, but also when you're at home, regardless of who you play, and you got Aaron Rodgers and he's MVP, you can't throw for 1 touchdown pass and think you're going to win against like an elite team like the Niners on D. You know what I mean? When you're at home, I mean, you should be throwing for at least 2 at the minimum if you're a Hall of Fame quarterback, but preferably 3 or 4 if you can. Or, you know, I'm not sure if you're going to get any rushing touchdowns, but I think Rodgers is one of the most overrated superstars of all time. You know, and there's a reason why Packer fans are petty and they're miserable. You know what I mean? Just because they can't get over it. You know, they think that they should be winning more, but also when you don't even have an owner and you're owned by the people, that's a problem. You know, let's go into the boardroom. We're going to grab this guy, Jordan Love. Okay. Everyone just nods their head. You know, you don't have a good structure, you know, when you have no owner. And, you know, it's all through the GM like Gutekunst and LaFleur. That's a horrible structure for, you know, building a championship caliber squad. You know, I get it. It's a cool thing if you own a piece of the Packers. But, you know, just because you're a fan and you own a portion, how many Super Bowls does that lead to? Not many. Juice Man. Possibly. Yeah. And also with the Vikings, you know, they got a lot of potential. O'Connell is the real deal. You got him from the Rams, right? You had a good improvement, but again, no defense. You got to have a defense. You got Justin Jefferson. You don't have Thielen anymore. You ended up drafting a wide receiver. You know, we'll see what happens with Cook and the rest of the running back crew. Kirk Cousins is actually better than people think. Yeah, he might not be good at prime time, but he's still like the 11th or 12th best quarterback in the league. Sorry, he's not Patrick Mahomes for all of y'all, you know. But with the Vikings, they can win 10 to 13 games every year with O'Connell at head coach. But really what it's going to come down to is if the defense lays an egg and shits the bed like they did, you know, you're just going to be a first round one and done until you improve that side of the ball. O-line and defense are the biggest things for the Vikings. And that's facts. But at least you don't have to be in the Packers shadow anymore. But with that being said, the Bears are still going to be shitty but getting better. But the Lions might be the true competitor now. Lions, Packers. Packers might be, you know, 8-9 wins. We'll see something where they're going to be. Lions have a chance to probably win more than 9 this year if everything goes right for them. And then with the Vikings, you know, you're probably looking at, you know, 10 to 13 wins, but Detroit's coming. And the Packers are sneaky. There won't be that, you know, 10 to 14 win team anymore. But they still will be, you know, second or third in the division. And the Bears will be dead last until they figure it out. All right, last chance for the Dodgers. Bottom of the 9th. We're only down 5-1, no biggie. Bye-bye, Peralta. Jesus Christ, that was quick. Peralta, see you later. Next up, shortstop, 1 for 3 with a double and a run. Miguel Rojas, 186 average, 0 dingers, 1 ribby. Not good. Come on, baby. Oh, cool. You sent me the trailer. I'll check it out. Yeah, well, I think with Cousins and Carr, they are like the most scrutinized. right? You know what I mean? But they're actually much better than people give them credit for. Oh, nice catch. 2 away. You know, it's like I get it. Sometimes they're going to play on prime time on Thursday night, Monday night, Sunday night, and they're going to throw for 3 picks, no touchdowns, 150 yards, and look like dog shit. But then the next game, you know, they'll go for 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, 400 yards, and you'll win a game by 3, and he'll be the hero. So it's like, you know, I think that Carr will be very good for the Saints, and it wasn't his fault that they lost. You know, it's the owner, it's the O-line and that defense. You know, even if you have Devontae Adams and Renfro and Waller and Josh Jacobs, if you don't have time to get him the fucking ball, you know, then you're not going to be able to win games. And that's exactly what happened. That O-line stinks. Defense is terrible, besides Max Crosby. Chandler Jones once in a while. All right, we got Austin Barnes, last chance. 0-1 pitch, right down the middle, 0-2 count. This one might be over. I don't even know if we're going to get Mookie Betts up here yet. But, yeah, I'm not a hater on Cousins and Carr like most people are on planet Earth. I actually like both of those guys. They're not perfect, but that's why they're not in the top 10 or top 5, because they're not as consistent. But think about how many shittier quarterbacks, right, are worse than Carr and Cousins. Like, look at your team, if you're not a bandwagon fan, at your quarterback, and look at all the other quarterbacks in the league. I mean, there's only a couple that I would probably want over those guys that were around the same position. There we go. All right, Barnes. He's like, I will keep this game going. There you go. Nice little chopper. Next up, Mookie Betts. Yes, he is. Yeah, like I said, no problem. Okay, no worries. Yeah, and you're going to be the divisional winner for the next couple years. Again, Tampa will be the worst in the division. Falcons and Panthers will be better, and then we're just going to try to get the first pick, second pick, third pick in the draft. And once we get our franchise QB, hopefully Caleb Williams or Drake May, then Tampa will compete with the Saints, and it won't be, it'll be more of a competitive division. We just need that franchise QB. And then with the Panthers and Falcons, they're getting better, but they still need quite a bit more to get where they want to get. They're still going to be looking up at the Saints. That's facts. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You guys are a 10 to 13 win team the next 2 years. Back. And there it is. Damn. Final score, Twins 5, Dodgers 1. That's rough. Twins win. This wasn't a good night for Kershaw, unfortunately. I love being able to do games while he's on there, but just wasn't a good matchup for him. 4 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 7 Ks though, but 7 hits though. You know what I mean? Like the 7 Ks is all good and dandy, but when you have 7 hits, it almost like cancels it out. You might as well have 2 Ks or none with giving up 7 hits. So little unfortunate there, but it is what it is. So. All right. Well, we are at the end of the stream, depending on what we're doing. I mean, it's already 10 o'clock here on the West Coast, which means it would be 12 o'clock midnight if you're in the Midwest, 1 a.m. if you're on the East Coast. So, I mean, depending on if we had a little bit of a dono train and who was coming in the room, I would consider maybe staying a little bit longer. But at this point, I mean, I do have this old school retro Nintendo in here, but you won't be able to see me play. But I mean, I'm kind of cool with whatever you guys want to do. You guys want to, have me throw up some photos here of your favorite things for a little bit. We can go for a little bit longer if we want to call it a night. And then tomorrow I'll do the Celtics and the Heat. And then on Thursday, we'll end up doing Carolina and Florida and the NHL playoffs. So we'll be doing a little bit of everything. But I'll let you guys in the room decide on what you want to do. If you guys want to end the stream now or if you guys want to hang out for a little bit longer. Just trying to look to see if there's anything else on. Oh, they got the Mariner replay. I usually don't want to keep my puppy just chilling and waiting for me too long. So what are we thinking? What do we want to do? I'll go over some of the photos of what we ended up doing here today, and then I'll let a few of the mods think about it, what we want to do, and we'll kind of go from there. I mean, if I was going to stay on, I wasn't going to stay on that much longer anyways, like probably, another like 10 minutes or so. unless we had more people obviously just show up here at, late night. But normally I would have to get off by like 10:30, but there is no school tomorrow. So don't have to worry about that here in the household. But we'll go over all the photos that we had prepped for both teams, and then we'll go from there. Wish the Dodgers would have put up a little bit better of a performance, but you're not going to win them all. Just sucks when you have someone like Kershaw pitching and it ends up that way. But still 7 Ks, so there was still some enjoyable moments. No, I got the Mariner replay on. Now I got to look to see what I actually have on my DVR. All right, I got NXT, 911 Lone Star, Deadliest Catch, Simpsons, King of the Hill, and then I already got 911 Neighborhood, Grey's Anatomy, Next Level Chef, and Station 19 already done. So, yeah, I'm thinking that probably just calling it a night after I go through all the photos. We ended up hitting the goal, which is good. And obviously we wouldn't be able to do that without people like Megan or Sarah to help us get there. So, and the Red Sox, they got us today. I was hoping that we'd be able to beat them. Pounded them yesterday, but then they got us back today. So, and Bailey actually did pretty good. Now he's 3-0. 6 Ks for Bailey, too. All right, well, I appreciate all y'all hanging out. Let me just go through and check everything to see if there's anything last minute that has popped in. I appreciate everyone that shared, liked, commented, helped out on the Twitter, donated today. Final score, Minnesota Twins 5, Dodgers 1. And then, again, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll end up doing the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. I believe it's on at 5:30 on TNT. Then Thursday, we'll do Florida, Carolina, and the NHL playoffs. And then on Friday, we'll kind of see what's going on at that point. So appreciate all you guys. Love you. Appreciate you. Shout out to Elliot, Megan, Brendan, everyone else, Odin's son. I love you guys and appreciate you guys. And I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Gang.